Just trying to wake up.
I was going to say this for the recording part that Foundry had a huge update recently, like a really big update. Like, and I highly recommend getting it if you haven't already.
Mine is not updated. Is yours still 203?
Well, seeing as I'm not actually going to be using mine on account that because it updated, it got rid of all my music. Let's see.
My music's still going.
Yeah, because your folder wasn't attached to the thing. My folder.
Yay!
Yeah, because in order to install the new update, you have to uninstall the current one, and I mistakenly put my my music in the wrong folder. I put it instead of the data folder in the actual game folder, which I uninstalled.
Ooh.
And that's why I need to now redo all my music. So we're listening to this chilled out beat instead.
This lovely Fey-mild.
But let's see what version I'm on, because it is entirely overhauled, and they made character sheets better. They made loading add-ons and stuff better. They made
100% did not update them.
They have immersive doors and wall setting now, so they actually make sounds. It's version 11, build 300.
Version 10, build 288.
Yep. So I guess when you can, just uninstall Foundry. Make sure you keep the data folder somewhere safe. Just copy and paste that somewhere else, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Uninstall and then re-download it from the website, because this update is completely worth it.
I'll do that when I can.
Well, you're gonna forget after this, but
100%.
But at the home screen of the Foundry itself, it keeps yelling at you, "Hey, new update available." There's big red things on top of your screen saying something is wrong. Check it out. So if you go into Foundry at all when we're not playing, it'll tell you about the update. That's something I need. So we're not listening to server sound today because I don't have the music organized anymore.
So tensions were high.
Yes, they were.
Yes.
As expansive, just things boiling over. Just in general.
Someone needed to lift the lid off the tea kettle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Things were talked about. Things were hurt.
Don't be so nonchalant about it. Holson shot me. Sure, it's by accident, but she shot me and then blamed me for it.
Yeah, I did.
Victim blaming happened.
She always does that. It's always everyone else's fault.
Akira's problem was he was going to let it go, but then Holson decided to blame him for it. It's like, oh, so that's how we're doing it. And then one thing led to another.
Mm-hmm.
Giant sand colossus hunted a baby, not a baby, but a young purple worm. That was fun to watch.
Adult purple worm.
An adult purple worm.
That was a wild thing to roll. What a wild thing to roll.
It was on the 20.
Yeah, Holson got a 20. She was really happy about it until she learned what it meant.
I didn't like it anymore.
It stopped being fun.
It automatically fucked around, and then she found out, and then luckily it was chasing prey, because that would have been bad.
Yeah.
We hired mercenaries and a skiff to get us across the sands. Reese came with us, and Holson's still holding that grudge about him blinding her, and then him winning the fight. She's just not happy with him.
Don't look at shiny swords.
And he came along because apparently he's going to be keeping an eye on us to make sure everything goes in the up and up.
Make sure that you actually, if you perish.
It's a dangerous area we're going into. Not watching us because we're unreliable, watching us because we're going into some place that might actively kill us.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent a barbarian to spy, so that's kind of funny in my mind.
Yeah.
Stealth rage.
Oh! Yeah. angry, sneaky.
Yep.
We are 4 days in what was supposed to be a 16-day journey.
Yep.
And,
I can tell you.
Yep, that was me crushing a water bottle, because that's what I do to make room in my trash.
That shocked the shit out of me.
I do that every time I drink a water bottle, because I got these new, I know we talked about it last week, but these flavor things to help me lose weight by drinking less sugar, but also just not plain drinking water. Because water, most of the time, kind of sucks on its own. All right, but yeah, we finally left home. Holson got angry because Akira had a scroll used that could have saved her mother, but he was told to save it specifically for Holson. Tried to use it on Holson, nothing happened, and then she is no longer...
I thought it was because Holson had all of those spells on her from the academy, not because of her mom.
No, yeah, but the scroll was supposed to be used specifically on Holson. Akira was told to keep it for her, so he did not...
And that's why she was mad.
Yeah. Yep.
She didn't do it right away.
Because the scroll could have, because the scroll could have helped, but Akira wasn't told to use it for that situation, so he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But Holson got mad at that, and then mad because whatever it is wants to see her, in quotes, freed, in the same way she wants to see Akira freed of no longer serving others.
No. That's not true. But if Akira feels that way, sure.
It's a pretty close.
It's not.
I follow who I follow because I like him. You follow who you follow because you like him. And that guy's like, hey, don't follow anybody. How about that? Same what you're trying to do to Akira.
I could explain it better, but I will wait for Akira to ask me.
But it's also the same of what's her face? The lady who attacked the Capitol thinks of Akira. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to see you without your chains. It's like, I have no chains. I serve them willingly. But nobody else sees it that way. Because of what's-his-face making it where she can no longer talk to Sivnu, Holson's understandably aggravated.
No longer has the lovely warlock.
And Lycan switched her warlock spell casting from warlock spell slots to something called spell points. It's a thing. I don't know what it is, but not my problem. I'm not using them.
It's variant rules in the DMG. I was like, that's neat.
Yep, whatever it is, I'm not using it, so not my problem. I'll let her worry about that. I'll let you two worry about that.
Yep.
And we're continuing on our journey through the desert, trying to get to this something of champions. Trial champions? Something of champions.
The Contest of Champions.
There we go. I was going to call it the Crucible of Champions, but yeah, Contest of Champions.
Crucible of Champions could work as well, to be fair.
Okay, I thought I was just pulling Crucible out of thin air because I've been fighting, because I've been hunting down the Crucible Knights like you wouldn't believe. Like, it is an active hunt, and they are not easy to find if you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, they're little assholes.
But we are halfway between these two. We are halfway between these two.
Days.
Yeah, these two hexes.
Let's see. Quill.
Oh yeah, Quill got upset with Holson because he feels that she keeps making bad decisions or something.
Quill's upset. Go ahead.
Well,
you remember the
he's upset about a lot of things.
Yeah, you remember the conversation better than I do.
Yeah, Quill's upset about a lot of things. He's upset that Wholesome had all of these things and chose to still work with bad people, even though she knew they were bad. Because she decided that maybe she was different, you know? I don't know the ins and outs of why Quill is 100% upset, but like the general gist is he got upset because I said I would probably still go back to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I contacted reasonably, like it's an understandable thing to be upset about. Like he has a past. But I called the other Dunamis mage, and
he didn't like you.
It's not that he didn't like me. He didn't. He just didn't want, rightfully, to have somebody come spy on him and then go run back. He still gave me his location. I just have to make it there at some point.
Instead of like meeting you halfway, like he was going to in what is it called? The communion place.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make all the effort.
Yeah. It's a kind of like show of like, hey, I'm actually really serious about this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And which is understandable. But yeah. Wholesom's not doing great. Emotionally, physically. He's going through a lot.
Going through some shiz.
Yeah.
Alright. So, who'd like to roll the first D20 for this track?
Akir.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, let's get this started. And then Vaughn being Vaughn, trying to do his best to keep peace.
9.
Vaughn's doing his best.
9.
Vaughn's just like, I don't know these people, but they're really like, they really
a lot of
hate each other.
I mean, Akira's been nothing but polite for most part.
This one little elf girl has a lot of issues that she just doesn't talk about.
Akira's trying. Akira's really trying to keep the peace.
She's really trying also to figure out what the fuck's going on. Just in general. But Nancy Drow over here.
Nancy Drow.
Nancy Drow.
You realize that's going to be my spy name? If I have to give a fake name, it's going to be Nancy. Nancy Drow.
Sure.
So what happens with a 9?
With a 9, turbulent weather.
Oh no, we're going to lose time.
I mean, sandstorms happen.
Do they?
So, to make it even, you guys have to roll survival checks.
Yeah.
Pretty good at survival.
A decent survival.
Do we all have to roll a survival check, or does just one person need to roll?
So 2 people can do it, or 1 person at advantage can do it.
I could give someone advantage since I'm not there to roll.
Yeah, I can't give anybody advantage. I'm not.
I got plus
proficient.
1. I'm half proficient in everything, but I only got a plus 1.
I got a plus 2, so I guess I'll roll.
I think Vaughn should do it.
But then again, I can also add my inspiration to literally anybody who rolls.
Okay, so we're gonna have.
I think Vaughn either has a plus. I think I'm proficient in it, so I should have a plus 6.
Let me see.
Damn. Well, if you roll, might as well be 2 people because
7.
you can't get advantage because no one can give it to you.
Well, I mean,
no one else is proficient.
So plus 7 plus the inspiration should be fine.
Well, it depends. Like, the inspiration work?
The inspiration for this?
Yeah. Would my bardic inspiration help him? Also, is it a new day? Can I stop being hurt from Holson hitting me?
No. Yeah, it's a new day.
Okay.
I'll hit you again at some point. Don't worry.
There was one hit point.
I mean, luckily I ate the crumpet, so I got temp HP.
Yeah, you get hit with 9 points of damage, or 10 points of damage, and then only took the one.
I watched a bit of drink. I am drinking. Leave me alone, watch.
So, Reese can give advantage to somebody, and the inspiration only lasts for, that instance, or 10 minutes. How long does that last?
It's just the instant. It's just...
So, because this is a long-form event, the inspiration...
I would let Reese give Vaughn advantage.
Alright, Reese give Vaughn advantage, and I'm going to give Holson advantage by casting Enhanced Ability on her, so she has advantage on Wisdom check.
Okay.
Because that lasts for an hour.
Am I still making a survival check even though Vaughn is doing it? Because it was like one person advantage or two people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yep.
I cast nothing and I keep my spell slot.
No, keep your spell slots.
Figure it out.
If you could quickly roll for me, good sir.
I shall.
You said +7?
Yeah, Vaughn has a +7. So are you who's somebody else rolling, or is?
No. I don't have a sheet. I mean,
I can roll.
You know
I can roll a random +7.
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna.
What is it? D20.
Throw a D20 at the screen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll. Oh, I didn't roll an advantage, so let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You got this.
Roll. No,
that's
it's a 9 and a 10.
That's the Vaughn we know and love.
All right.
Like, he really spoke through my dice.
So that is
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
And a 2 on the die. So yeah, you guys get lost for a bit and lose time.
Vaughn's not from this area. He doesn't know how to deal with sandstorms.
You have 3 other people in your head saying, "No, that way."
This is unrelated, but I just want to see how Willikir would have done, because it makes sense if he rolls bad. Oh, he actually would have done well.
The DC was 14.
Yeah, I would have made it. Oh, well.
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't want to take blame because I didn't roll the dice, but it's me.
Well, we gained like a day and a half or whatever, or 2 days, and with this, I guess we lose a day.
Yep.
So now we're back.
So you're now
1 day ahead.
So now you're even.
Yeah, we're 1 day ahead.
5 days to 5 days.
Let me mark it down. That was day 5 of travel.
Next D20.
Go, Holson, because you're here to roll.
Roll.
4.
A 4.
You find a Dracolich.
God damn. I would be so sad.
I would.
Okay.
Just
on your journey,
you got a 2, a 3, and a 4 so far.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a time.
It's a time.
On your journey, you actually come across a large caravan of desert giants.
Do they look friendly?
Ooh,
they are not chasing, and they just wave at the boat.
Are they selling anything exciting?
They can be. Let's see.
If anything, it would be if they're not being hostile, if the captain of the skiff is willing to, just see. Are they traveling in the opposite direction to us, or
they're traveling across?
Across. Okay, so Maybe they might know some news going on in the desert that might be good to know at the very least.
It's up to you guys if you want to stop.
I mean, yeah, I want to stop and see what they're selling because they're a caravan, which means they're traveling with goods.
Does anyone know Giant?
No.
Gallon? I think.
Galen
Yeah.
does. We will use Galen as translator. So, you guys stop and meet up with this caravan. They're like walking camels like they're dogs.
Makes sense.
And like just have packs on packs on packs on them. They have many things for sale. Spices, as well as like meats, raw goods for crafting. They even have a map for sale.
Well, how much is map?
Are they willing to trade with water? Or trade for water? Because I can give them barrels of clean water.
Will it stay?
I don't know.
It's from the decanter, right? So it doesn't disappear?
Yep.
Yeah, they're willing to trade some for water.
Okay. I can, So, you know the decanter
You're done.
has... Oh, no. You know the decanter has, unlimited water.
Yes. But,
There's-
like, they only have limited room.
Yep. So, the most I can create at one time is 30 gallons, and the least I can create at one time is 1 gallon.
Yeah. The 30 gallons will be equivalent of, 50 gold each.
Nice. Well, I'll give them as much water as they want in exchange for trading for that map.
Good, because the map was 150.
Do they have three barrels that can hold 90 gallons?
They can definitely make some room. So this map leads to a tomb. It has bits of blood and like a little torn, but references in Old Waswarian script that there is a tomb out there specifically that has either arcane treasures or a hoard of some type.
I like arcane treasures. Where does it say this tomb is?
The tomb is... Give me 1 second.
Sorry. There it is.
Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call.
got
Oh,
it.
good.
I just put it in my inventory as I have a Westwari map.
So you, what else did they have? You said spices and what else?
Raw materials to for crafting.
What kind of materials?
Monster parts.
Oh. Anything in particular that the spirit or the trio would be interested in for any reason?
Masuda likes the parts here to be able to make a shield. Borfin likes it for armor, but you don't really depend on those.
I don't. It's just I don't know, something to pass the time by, I guess.
Catalina likes silks and things like that. But there are sand shark teeth, also as the plate of one, the head plate, which is basically you consider it a bullet.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. The head plate is in good condition. It's not too roughed up and to be cut up and made into something.
If I had Francis here, that'd be a different story. I was just curious to know if and as far as I know, even just because it's physical, it doesn't really aid the trios in any way. So, I'll see if I can't buy some teeth. Do they trade in shards, or is that can be added to the water deal?
The water deal is one and done for the map. If you look at the map, you guys, the location says it's right around there on the white circle. Only reason why it's white is because I did not figure out how to change the color. I'm guessing it's this fucking cogwheel.
Ah, yes, new text. The tomb.
Really trying to change the name of it.
All right then. Maybe something to do on our way back.
Come on. Let's worry treasure.
Boom.
Yeah. So what do they?
We're both typing at the same time. It's mess. Okay, there.
Sorry.
All right. So I guess you can delete the circle.
I guess so.
Because we got the square.
You're a square.
Oh god, another square. Delete the lesser square.
There you go. The lesser square, also known as a circle.
Oh no, on my screen there's another square right above the tomb square.
Oh, I have no sight of that, so that's on your side.
I don't see that either.
It looks like a snowman. Anyway.
But yeah, so what they don't care for shards, or
They can trade for shards. They'll also trade for any food, goods, things like that. Water is nice, but they have already filled up on that.
I have plenty of rations to barter with.
Mhm.
Do they want meat rations or like different, like, because I bought a lot of different like baking seasonings and stuff like that too, but they have their own.
They're also giants, so
Yep.
Yeah.
I probably don't have anything they'd want. Yeah.
What else do they have
Okay.
besides the map that would be interesting to me? Like, do they have any like knickknacks?
they have some patty wax.
Any dogs with bones?
No, the last dog they had was eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they probably have dog bones as part of the monster parts.
Yeah.
The dog is like direwolf.
The dog was a warg.
The one thing Vaughn would ask if there's any like news in the desert that they should be aware of.
Yeah. Yes.
We're going straight south for now.
So, rumors of the desert. I need somebody to roll me a d4
Oh, dude.
because I want to see how many rumors there are.
I would like 4.
I have lost connection to the server. Server is connection reestablished.
Oh, okay.
Ah, interesting.
1.
Just one rumor.
One rumor. Serpent folk from the west have splintered off from each other.
Well, now that the Emperor is dead, that kind of makes sense.
Happened about 2 months back.
Oh. That Emperor's been dead for a while then.
Well, we killed the Emperor's I guess it wasn't really the Emperor then. But the Emperor went missing, got turned into a weird gas dragon, and now he's like dead for good.
Well, even still, that's good news to have on your part.
Yeah, I mean, if the UNT are fracturing, that is more control for us over the desert.
Well, the problem with that, like just the timeline, You guys got attacked after the splinter.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. Is that he's been dead for some time, or disappeared for some time without a leader. Yuan-Ti are vying for leadership, and boy, do those cold-blooded fuckers not give a shit about who's in charge, as long as it's them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They had been raiding caravans, things like that, and the old, the ones that didn't want to join in this senseless slaughter have moved to Thakor.
Oh.
Thakor.
Who knew that there's Yuan-Ti who didn't like slaughter?
Well, you know, their society had a drastic change recently, so.
Yeah, but I'm also going off the assumption that these like normal Yuan-Ti, where almost all of them have no emotion whatsoever, and the ones with emotions are considered failures. So that means
stereotype.
Yes.
Stereotypes exist. And
there are definitely those within that kingdom that are 100% the stereotype. But those that left, a majority of them were killed by the other ones.
Yeah.
As they fled.
And Akira's very limited experience with Yuan-Ti. Most of them are cold-blooded bastards and not, hey, we still have a sense of self.
Alright then, well, that's good news to have.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yep. Well, I think that's, we'll go ahead and call that the encounter then, yeah?
Yeah, we'll go on.
No,
They don't
also
have any knickknacks.
They do have some knickknacks.
I want to buy a knickknack.
Someone's trying to buy some knickknacks.
Specifically, they have a couple of magic items.
Oh, love a good magic item.
Oh, snap.
I can tell you right now, I can't attune to anything.
Although, let's see. That's funny. So, let's go over what we got right here. So they have a bowstring amulet.
Ooh.
Which is neat.
What is a bowstring amulet?
This amulet, bow and arrow pendant, is strung with a length of well-worn bowstring. Once on each of your turns while wearing this amulet, you can speak its command word. As part of making ranged attack with a bow or crossbow, when you do, the fired arrow or bolt magically creates a length of weightless hempen rope behind it. One end of the rope is tied to the arrow or bolt, and the other end appears in an open hand or at your feet, your choice. The rope remains for 10 minutes until it's cut or untied, or until you use this property of the amulet again.
Do I know anybody that uses, does Quill use this? Would Quill be able to use this? Does he have a crossbow?
He has no... Actually, I don't know if he has a crossbow.
Would Reese be able to use it?
Reese 100% does... It has a short bow.
Okay.
Let's see...
So I don't have a bow.
Quill.
I think Quill
Quill has a small knife.
Yep. Never mind. How much is it though?
It is... 100 shards.
Okay.
So
Well,
200
mark
gold
it.
pieces.
We'll mark that down for a second. I might say no, but I'm gonna say maybe for right now. What are the other knickknacks? I love a good knickknack. I love a good item.
Even though it says attunement, I'm not making it attunement.
I don't even think I can even use this. I'm just buying it for fun. I might give it away to somebody.
So.
I might break my beef with Reese and give this to him.
Oh, wrong one. Here we go. V. There you go. Let us see. Oh, this is a fun one. Actually, this is a really good one.
What is it?
It is called the Abjurer's Bangle.
Okay.
You can clasp or remove this metal bracelet around your wrist or anklet. Of yourself or will.
Okay.
What was that?
My mic just fell.
Oh.
I am assuming it's a willing creature. So,
Willing creature within reach using an action. The bangle emits a ward of abjuration magic that has a number of hit points determined by its rarity. A creature wearing the bangle can use its reaction when it takes damage to speak the bangle's command word, causing the magical ward to take the damage instead. Any excess damage carried over to the creature when the bangle's ward is reduced to 0, which the bangle becomes a non-magical bracelet. The one they have has a reserve of 30 hit points.
so once it uses the 30 hit points, it doesn't have any other uses?
Yep, it just becomes non-magical bracelet. That's 30 free hit points.
How much is it?
That one is 200.
200 shards, so 400 gold.
200 gold, actually.
200 gold?
Because it's a one-use item.
I will put that as also a maybe.
It's 100 shards.
Any other items, or are those just the two?
Those are the big ones that are considered uncommon. Give me 1 second. I have to put my mic.
You have to put your mic back together?
I adjusted it, and then the clamp came off. And then it fell onto the floor. But I caught it before it hit and made a big boom. Alright.
So did you say 3 HP or 30? 30?
30.
3-0.
I'm probably gonna buy it. Like, over the bowstring, that's my number one option right now.
I don't know how much gold I have on Vaughn right now. I don't think it's that much.
You don't have any because you gave it all away.
No, I kept enough to hold. Like, I kept 100 shards.
Yeah, but that's
so I don't have enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
I
enough.
don't have enough. Never mind.
I have enough.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We have Aurora Dust.
That's fine.
This bag is filled with 1d6 plus 4 pinches of iridescent blue dust. As an action, you can sprinkle a pinch of it over an open flame. The dust changes the flame's color and light to the mixture of blue, green, and purple and creates shimmering aurora, the same color above it. Dust effects last for the flame's duration up to 24 hours.
Cool.
So you can make pretty fire.
Do
Or
like
you
a
can do like
fire.
the funny like Disney DreamWorks like foreboding stuff and throw dust in the fire to make your illusions all pretty with a cantrip. This is making me angry.
Yo, listen up. Here's a story about it. Sorry.
And lastly, a bargain in a box.
What?
It's a music box.
Yeah, the small music box can play songs at the request of the holder. As a bonus action, you can command the box to play a song which has music, causing the contraption to emit a slightly tiny rendition of the musical number. Box knows up to 5 songs at one time, but can't recreate lyrics or creature sounds.
So it's just an instrumental music.
Yeah, it can be fed sheet music through a narrow slot along the bottom. It must have a song title, page number, and instrument in order to be replayed. Must be labeled with these.
That sounds like a lot of work, but that's fun.
But yeah, that's it.
I think I'm just gonna buy the bangle
The bongle.
for 200.
Yep. You have to use your reaction to access those hit points.
Okay. I'm gonna do this while somebody else is like buying something specifically. So that it's like not as obvious.
So you're trying to hide this transaction?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me a stealth, and anybody that cares to know about it.
I'm just trying to be.
Mom's just perceptive of everyone's reactions or activities, so
The only information is that you would get if you're not actively rolling.
I'm gonna re-roll because I don't want anybody to know. I want this to be a surprise.
Is that she's looking at stuff.
Nope. It's gonna be a 9.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a 9.
yeah. Kier doesn't care. I don't know exactly where you're hiding it from, but Kier doesn't know.
Yep, they all notice.
I mean, we see you buy whatever, but I'm whatever. I
So you buy jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. She just wants it to be a secret. She just wants it to be a surprise.
Is that a fucking secret?
But yeah, once I buy this bangle and we get kind of on the road again, or on the sand again, I will wait a couple of days before I give this little bangle out. Or maybe like a day or two.
I'll give you this.
Thanks. Because I'm not going to use this for myself, but I think it's neat.
It's pretty cool. But it's also very handy when you're fighting shit.
Yes. But yeah, I will, guess we can get back on the little skiff.
On the little counter, it doesn't impede your movement at all or anything. It's just
All right,
that's what you get.
I'm really excited about this map, honestly.
Yeah, we're technically on schedule, guys.
Well, I take the map. I just put the map in one of my map cases because I got a lot of them. All right, so that's this day, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Then we make it half a hex.
Have a hex.
Are you home, Vaughn?
Almost.
I'll roll
Okay.
again, then 14.
You, just remember, because you're on skiff, it's you move a day and a half.
Is it? Well, I lost track entirely where we are, so I'm gonna assume we're here.
Yeah, that's more accurate. So, yeah. All right. So, is that 14 for the next roll?
Yep.
Okay. It is hot as fuck.
Great.
Cool. Enjoy your meltingness with my fire resistance.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Holson.
Also, roll.
Those,
1/2. Okay.
yeah, those that are there for that day have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I would require someone's assistance to roll for me.
Grace is fine. Gallon.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah, good.
Yep, you're good. Gallon's good.
Even in his all black armor.
I mean, technically, Holson's also wearing all black, so we're just not doing. We chose aesthetic over, what we should be wearing.
Okay,
It's
4 fails.
And I mean, mechanically, it's only heavy or medium or heavy armor you need to worry about.
Okay. So
Oh,
Quill
wow.
gets 2 levels of exhaustion.
My
Oh
God.
yeah, he gets doubled up on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Are we using old exhaustion rules or 1D&D exhaustion rules?
I'm saying that he's getting 2 levels of exhaustion. He rolled a 9.
Yeah, but are we using old exhaustion or new exhaustion? The difference is new exhaustion is just -2 on ability checks, or -2 on every D20 roll until he rests.
No, old exhaustion.
That sucks.
So yeah. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, if I notice Quill starting to get overheated, I'm gonna tell him to go under the.
He can go in the ring.
I'll tell him just to go underground, just get out of the sun.
Mm-hmm. Problem is he is out of the sun.
Oh my God.
He did his best.
Poor guy.
Poor little guy. All right. Next D20.
Go, Holson.
I will roll
So 7 for 7.
13. It's a lucky number.
Interessante.
Oh my God, no.
So this is day 9.
Roll me a D6.
I don't like this. Two.
All right. During late evening, there's a couple bumps to the skiff. As you all look over, you guys notice that there are bullets chasing and are clearly not catching up.
Oh, I'll take that bullet.
Is that it?
So that's that day?
Yep.
As Quill loses a level of exhaustion, I'll go talk to him. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna go walk up to him. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to apologize or whatever.
He is currently preening, taking off any feathers that are coming from his molt.
Goose.
Yep.
Love that. Love that, Quill.
Yep, he's stressed.
And
Wow.
I'm just going to, pull the bangle out from behind my back and just clasp it on him.
100%. Are you trying to sneak up and just clasp it on him, or do you
Sure,
say
he's
that
at
you're
disadvantage.
okay?
I'll sneak.
Roll a stealth.
Four, 8.
There should be some slices left, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Ivan, Disevan.
Hold on. I'm getting in home. I'm gonna mute real quick. Sorry.
Wait, this doesn't involve you, so it's fine.
What?
It doesn't involve
Doesn't
you.
involve you.
Oh, sorry.
He got
Give
a
me a second.
4.
He got a 4?
He got a 4.
Wow.
He got a 9 and a 4.
Doing great, Quill.
Doing great.
But yeah, I'll clasp it on him and just, as I'm right next to him, and just whisper essentially.
Okay. So as you clasp it
safe.
on him,
He's gonna notice. He's gonna notice.
Just roll me a d20.
Six.
Oh, okay.
What am I gonna hit with?
I need you
What is he gonna hit me with?
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 15.
As this is happening to you. 15?
Yeah, did I not make it?
That is not the correct save for him. Let's see. Let me just calculate this bitch. Proficiency. He was a 3. 8 plus 3. So that's 11, and then 4. So you just make it.
Great.
So
What
you
did he
take half.
What did he cast at me?
Rhyme's Binding Ice.
Oh, God.
So that's going to be 3d8.
Okay.
Which is 19 points of damage.
Have. So 9.
And you are not imprisoned in ice.
That's nice. As he hits me, I'll just be I'll brush the ice that's encased on my shoulder. and
Announce
just, kinda,
yourself.
Hello.
Just see ice on the inside.
I bought this for you. Use it wisely.
Why?
Well, eventually runs out, But it'll keep you safe, so you don't have to stress. You're a little heartier now.
What?
You won't die. You won't die. You're stressed about not, you're stressed about all the situations we're putting you in, and so I bought you a little thing that keeps you alive.
Yes, of course I'm stressed about the situations we're going to be in.
I brought you something
What?
to keep you alive.
Okay, what is it?
Some bangle. I don't know. I don't really understand giant.
I was gonna use the spell slot to do identify.
She wasn't paying attention to this giant man, and she just saw it, and she was like, "Oh, that seems neat." He said it keeps you safe. At least that's what Galen said he said. So,
Wait. Is this a bribe?
no.
Is this an apology?
Mm-hmm. It's a
What is
gift
this for?
because I like you. You're a friend. I'd like to keep you alive. I don't know why. We're friends. Will.
Are we?
Yes? I think so. Am I mistaken?
I don't know. Are you? From everything I've seen, you have not been a friend. You've just been my employer.
I think.
Especially recently.
I mean. Sure, I've been a little off recently, but I still care for you. Not really a good employer, at all, really. But I do make sure you're alive. I do care for you. I do buy things that I think would benefit you.
That's what an employer is supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of people. What? Keeping me alive is not a qualifier for friendship.
I mean, you're right. All of my other friends are dead. Well,
so you consider no one else here as a friend.
I don't know. I think Galen's a friend. I don't know about Akira right now. He's a bit mad at me. But I'm also a bit mad at him. And I know that Vaughn guy. That was an accident, but I did tell everyone to stop and leave me alone, and it didn't happen. I had someone whispering in my ear, so there's only so much I could do about that. Point is, Quill, that I think you are a friend of mine, and I don't have very many of those, because they all die. So I'd like to keep you alive, personally. So I'm giving you this. Could have kept it for myself, but didn't. So I think you deserve it. It's your choice whether you take it or not.
You're giving me this to stay alive.
Yes.
And that is it.
Also giving it to you because I like you and we're friends. At least I think we're friends. I think you are a good mage. I think you are a good person.
And I thank you for that. But I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you something.
Sure.
Just in general.
Go ahead.
And I want a straight answer.
Okay.
Or at least an answer that I can comprehend.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Besides giving the qualifiers of me being a good person and also being a good mage, as well as you consider me your friend, do you believe, and whether it is subconsciously or not, a gift for an apology?
I mean, I'm not really good at apologies.
I've seen that completely.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. But I do know people like things, and they do like when you think of them, the things. So maybe so. Deep down, I do care about our friendship, and I do want to make sure that we are alright. I know that you are mad at me currently.
You know why I'm mad at you.
Of course I do. And I mean, I agree. The things that I've
Why
done.
am I mad at you?
You don't really like how I handled the whole bad wizard thing, you know?
That's
And
part
I
of
understand. I understand that. I understand that you also care about me and want to make sure that I'm not doing stupid shit. Of course. And I've taken that into account. I've called another wizard, and I just have to make it to the other place and show him that I can do that, and I won't have to talk to the weird, mean wizards that put my life in danger. But at the same time, I know that it's more nuanced than that, but I don't obviously know everything, and that's up to you whether you want to tell me that or not.
Okay. He takes off the bangle. I'm going to give you this back.
Okay.
I am upset because you have no bearing on your own safety. And only think after the fact. I understand that things can just work out in general. Whether you mean to or not. But you are correct, I do care about you. And I want you to be okay. And I want us to be friends.
But you don't want my gift.
This is not a gift. This is... You're trying to give me things for an apology because you don't want us to have conflict anymore.
I don't really like conflict, do you?
I've been facing conflict since the day I walked into that tavern door.
That's true. You did pick a really terrible group to get employed with.
I did. But it was also the best group I've been a part of. And there lies the problem. I like all of you, and I want you to be safe, and I consider you my friends. I hope you all feel the same, but I can't be your mentor, be your companion, and be your friend at the same time. When you put yourself in a place where I can't follow, or help you, or have the capacity of keeping you safe.
So, if I were to go to this other place with this other mage...
What other mage?
That other guy that was there at the...
We have met all. The other Dunamis person?
Yes. I called him yesterday.
Okay,
Not
what did
yesterday,
he
but
say?
a couple of days ago, honestly. It was that day with the worm.
Yes, death.
Death day, that day.
Just like death staring at us at the face. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me that, he's really worried that, I could be, duping him. Because I have been a news post mage for a while. But I don't know, I think I was already thinking about trying to leave that situation, because having all of those spells broken on me was a lot. That's a lot of spells. And I don't exactly enjoy having something censor me, but I don't know, I don't really know another way particularly to go about what I want to do. And so I guess the one way that I did see was subterfuge or something of the like, and I don't know, then all those spells broke, and then I told my dad, and he wasn't happy, and I've never seen my dad look that angry in his life, honestly, and I've done some pretty fucked up shit as a child. I've lived a long life. A lot longer than yours.
After what I've seen, I'm pretty sure, I could definitely see that as qualifiers.
Yeah. It was not great. And having him see those, and then now I'm in a different situation. I thought I would give him a call, and he said he's a bit wary, of course, reasonably. I come from a competitor. But he did give me his location. I just have to get there. Very much do all the work myself. Kind of prove myself, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But I did take into account what you said. Because you did say all of that before I called him. I think maybe it was a final nail in the coffin, as some people would say.
I'm glad that you took my word seriously. But you shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place.
Yes, of course, but there's only so much you can do when you are just put under a spell the minute you step on the island, essentially. I couldn't really do anything about it, and the time that I broke free of it...
And I get that, but there's been multiple times you've apparently been... It's been repressed to the point where you could have said, break this, or not.
Sure.
And you chose not to, because you wanted to take on a system that has been going for several hundreds of years.
Well, wouldn't you want to take on the same system?
Not by myself. Not in a den of vipers.
I never planned on doing it all by myself.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Couldn't have. But now I can tell you anything you want to know about it. But
I'll let you keep that for now. And I'm still angry in general.
you're right to be.
thank you for validating my feelings. But from this moment on, I am no longer going to be under your employment.
Okay. But do you still want to be my friend?
Yes,
I don't really care if you're not my employee.
I still want to be your friend. But being a friend does mean that you have to check somebody, and I can't do that as your employee, as your teacher.
I mean, you could, but
I can't.
it's not like I'm going to fire you.
It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of principle. I can't, in good conscience, tell you you're making mistakes and still being at a different level of power than you within this structure. Because that's how this relationship started. Like, you hired me, and I wanted field experience. I've gotten field experience.
So much.
Too much.
I wouldn't say too much. You know, you can still come along.
I have lived through multiple dragons.
You secretly like it. I could tell it. You always come back.
Coming back is not a qualifier of enjoyment.
Well, you could
It's a
always...
sense of duty, and I care
Good.
about you.
True.
Sorry.
You're fine. No need to apologize. But...
Like, all of his like plumage is like all the way up, and like he's pats it down.
But as a friend, then, I'm not going to wear this bangle.
At this time, I cannot accept that bangle.
Well, it'll be in my pocket. Whenever you want it. It's yours.
I will take that bangle when it doesn't need to be heartfelt. It just needs to be an understanding that progress needs to be made in a way that is beneficial to your safety.
Okay.
And
From
you
the top of the stairs leading up to the top deck, there's a knock.
Mm-hmm. And that you understand why I'm angry.
I understand.
Alright.
And she'll put on the bangle. I don't have to activate it. Like, if I'm wearing it...
It just happens.
Yeah, if I'm wearing it, is it going to immediately start taking the hit points, or do I have to...
No, you have to use your reaction. You have to use your reaction to...
I'm never going to use my reaction, but I'll wear it. It looks pretty.
Yep. Big old arcane purple gem. Yes! As he calls up to the top of the deck.
Vaughn will open the door and make his way down, looking in. I hope I wasn't interrupting anything. I was just letting you all know I've finished up some more food, if you all are hungry.
We're done here. I'm not hungry.
Oh. Well, whenever you are.
Thank you.
Of course. You all... I'm gonna leave. And he walks up.
He picks the worst times.
He's so awkward.
Wouldn't you be if there's like 3 other people in your head? Judging you, dictating all your moves?
One is enough.
I don't know how to feel about that.
One is enough.
I'm gonna go back to taking.
Yeah, you go read out
These-
your feathers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one's bad.
yes.
As it just like pulls one from his wing, and like
I'll let
it's
you-
one of those blood feathers.
I'll let you go do this by yourself. I'm not going to be here for this.
Yep.
But yeah, she'll go sit up on the deck and then just kind of watch everybody. How many more days until we reach
About 1, 2, 3,
place.
4, 5.
I mean, we're 1 day from the water, and then who knows how long it'll take us across the short ocean and then the crags of that land.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, next D20.
I did the last one, I think.
I can. I'm still
No,
trying
I
to get my
did.
computer started, but I can do
I
a
most
physical dice
certainly
if that's
did.
all right.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Wait, what?
That's fine.
Yeah, roll.
17.
17! Great weather. You're able to move faster pace with the
Not the water.
great winds. Yeah, as soon as you make that water, there is a boat that is on its way there.
Oh, we beat the boat.
As it's sitting there, like coming in, it's been waiting here for less than a day, and they go and pick you all up, sending the adventurers back with the dune runner.
And the mercenaries to keep them safe, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep. Oh, adventures, yeah.
So, this boat actually has several other groups on it. It is a large galleon
Groups going in or going out?
going towards.
Going in or going out?
On the same trek you are.
Okay.
Anybody that looks mildly interesting.
I'm sure all of them look mildly interesting.
There's an interesting group of just straight up Warforged, which is very interesting. Because you've never seen like a gaggle of Warforged before.
So Vaughn's going to be spending a fair bit of time. Now it's kind of like, well, I guess I'm not sure. So I'll wait until we figure out the general air of air of how things are. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Reading it, he's gonna read the room before he starts doing anything.
Yeah, you guys can roll investigation or perception on the groups. Currently, there are 3 other groups besides you.
And what are their
this.
numbers?
Well, the Warforged is a solid 5 number wise.
Is it an investigation or perception?
Yep.
I don't have my sheet open yet, so I don't know my stats on those.
So that's a 23.
Investigation!
Kier, do you want to roll investigation or perception?
I'm bad at both of them, so I guess this one.
Pretty
Yes.
sure I have perception, rolling a physical dice, and I don't know my modifier. 11 plus stuff.
11 plus stuff.
I'm opening up my computer right now. I should be getting there soon, but I can't see it.
Oh, you want to use investigation or perception?
Perception.
+7.
And so 18.
18. Yeah, there is a interesting batch of people. There is a fairly large group of what can only be described as Fey folk. They have about 9 members to their team.
Just any Fae?
There is satyrs. There's a whole centaur. A couple fairies. There is, interestingly enough, hobgoblin that seems to have more like cartoonish proportions. Bigger eyes, lanky and thin, but like a barrel chest. Very strange. There is also another group of just assorted adventurers. With that 23, you recognize one of these adventurers.
Who?
You've seen them around in Uspos.
Which one?
It seems to be a mage of some sort. You've seen them around. You think they usually passed by in that coffee shop that you guys were at. Cafe.
Which one did he belong to? Which one did they belong to?
You don't remember who they belong to. They definitely don't belong to Blackguard or your former mentor.
Can I see anything about what type of magic they cast?
They haven't cast anything, really. But, if they're in Uspos, they are proficient.
That's true.
The only unique qualifier is that they do not have an arcane focus that is typical. Like, not a wand, not an amulet, not a staff, or a rod. They have a gauntlet.
Do I remember seeing that gauntlet with anything else in Crucible?
It's not a
Just like
typical
offhand?
thing. It seems to be a unique focus for this person.
And they're with a group?
Group of 7.
What does the rest of their group look like?
The rest of the group looks like there are 2 heavily armored individuals. One could interpret that they are a martial fighter or martial spellcaster of some type. With a 23, you'd be able to tell that they do have a signet of a order, specifically of the goddess Sanrai. A woman wreathed in fire, or somewhat of a phoenix motif. There is also another one that is not typical, because with somebody so heavily armored, you'd think that they'd have a melee weapon or shield. They do not. They have what could only be considered, because Francis, a fucking cannon?
an armor artificer. So I'm gonna assume they're an artificer as well.
Yeah, there's another one that seems to be shady. Like their cloak, like wraps around them with the. Oh, what is that?
Sorry.
Who are you?
That's just the dinner's being cooked.
Okay.
After about like 3 or 4 minutes, are they looking at us just like we're looking at them?
Crackhead.
Everybody's like looking at each other, and then like some conversation in between. You are not the last group to meet up. It was this group of Fae folk that were the very last one to show up. And they seem to be generally jovial, talking to the other groups. The only one of them that is not joining in the festivities and kind of having a hard time walking around a boat is the centaur.
Yeah.
Well, Vaughn will kind of like get close to the collective group, and it's obvious that they're headed. Like, do we hear them mentioning the tournament of champions and stuff, and they're all going there as well?
Oh, 100%. For Akir, you notice 2 Dragonborn.
Vaughn will kind of like huddle close to the group and kind of speak in a kind of like a stage whisper for them to hear. Any and all conversations that are going to be had, I would keep any information given to a bare minimum. I mean, if they ask where we're going, you can answer, but just keep in mind, we're going to a competition, so any information they're going to try and get as much information from us as I'm sure you're all interested in getting from them. So be mindful.
I mean, I'm going to be trapped on a ship with them. They all know where we're going. Every single one of them knows where we're going.
I understand. Just be mindful of what you say, because even sometimes context clues can be enough to gain information on, well, those that you're going to be competing against.
Yeah, I already know that team over there has like. Well, I already know that team over there, and she'll like gesture with her eyes, but still look at you. And she's directing towards the mage and the other fighters. Willoughby, please.
Even still, just it'll do more harm than good, is all I'm saying. And a clever mind can discover a lot about people through context clues and what isn't said.
Sure. I understand that. I'm just telling you that they have at least a cleric of some god, Seven Ray, maybe. They have someone who's like Francis, and she'll glance to both Galen and Akir with that. And then they have some fighter. Don't know anything about him, but.
And just like you picked out information on them just by looking at them, they're doing the same to us.
There is a small group that actually has 2 Dragonborn. What seems to be half giant, a Goliath.
Oh, fun.
2 Dragonborn and a Goliath? Jesus.
And what seems to be just like a dude. Just a guy.
Just a guy. Mm-hmm. He's the one you got to be worried about.
The Goliath is 100% the veteran of this group, at least from a glance. Just because his weapons are on display. It's very odd. Those that are proficient in Arcana or Nature can...
I'm proficient in both.
Arcana, Nature, or Religion.
I'm proficient in all of those things.
Can Roll
Actually,
to see what his weapons are made of.
I will. I will do that, because why not? Damn,
That is
9.
unfortunate. You are uncertain. Akir, it seems to have some sort of... You're not quite sure, but is darkened steel with a large gems embedded into the hilt. Like, give off this almost infernal flame. They're just like two large axes.
All right, good enough.
Seem to be hand axes of some sort. Could
They
be.
have chains.
There's a chain on his belt. Seems to have not necessarily plated armor, but there are armor pieces with his chest bared. Which is very interesting thing to see. Fire, but also like a little bit of frost form on his pauldron.
That's fun.
I'm freaking out because I'm hoping it's who I think it is.
Yeah.
Barn's son, Barn Jr.
There is a interesting dynamic. Roll me a perception check here, because I know you'd be looking out for it.
You know, I'm gonna use my reroll because why not? I want information. Nat 20.
Oh!
I love that
You
reroll.
see a dragonborn woman with. At a glance, you thought it was silver scales, but they're platinum.
Ooh.
She has a cloak and everything, trying to obscure that, but you can see the face.
Yeah, so I probably shouldn't bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or good.
And at her side, there is a large dragonborn of reddish scale, but they both have tails.
Oh, I guess I gotta ask: are they taking a note of me, seeing how I'm like weird dragonborn?
They're the weird one compared to you, but you haven't seen and conversed with a lot of dragonborn. All the dragonborn you've talked to don't really have tails.
Well, I mean, I'm the weird one because I'm human with dragon
That's
focus
right.
now.
They do glance at you because you also technically have wings.
I got wings and a tail and horns and scales, but
Yep.
I look human or half elf.
That or a very mutated dragonborn, like dragon-blooded sorcerer. But they do regard you and give you a nod.
I imagine their thoughts like, "What the fuck is up with him? That guy has wings."
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay.
She is decked out with a sword. And what seems to be a very finely crafted, almost gauntlet-like shield. While the other big guy is decked out with this very massive power shield as well as a very wicked-looking flail. At least it looks like a flail.
All right,
But yeah.
all right. So we got more warriors going to the trials.
Mm-hmm.
Something I did want to do during the travel that I didn't really get time to bring up was contact Miska, let her know that we're going there, where it is, because the whole prophecy about us reconverging, kind of important.
From what has been told to you, because you finally actually get a response, they're already there.
Oh, cool.
They chased down a lead and got there already. They made some new friends.
I asked them for a meeting place for when we arrive. Where to find them?
They set up a meeting place. They are currently shacked up in a very nice inn called Dalen's Diligence.
I don't know who Dalen is, but we're gonna meet him.
Alright, well this is interesting. So Vaughn just, for the most part, stays close to the group. Where they go, he'll be close by to follow.
Mm-hmm. So, I say it's a galleon, but it could be considered a freighter type
It's
ship.
huge.
It's fucking huge. So yeah.
So I know that Vaughn told me not to talk to people or do any of that.
Advise that if you do talk to them, or if they talk to you, just watch what you say.
Literally, I'm the most frustrating person to ever talk to, so I think I'll be fine.
Well, he did warn you that a clever person can figure out a lot about what isn't said, as well as what's said. So just be mindful of what you say, even if you're frustrating to talk to.
But I would like to keep my eye on that. I'm not going to be like staring at him the entire time, but I would like to just kind of watch the guy that's from Uspos, or the person from Uspos, just kind of like who they talk to, who they like hang out with. Do they stick with their group? Do they go around and talk to others? Do I catch them looking at me?
Oh, they wave at you. They seem to recognize you as well.
Well, they're waving at me. I'm gonna go talk to them. If they actively seek me out, I'm gonna go talk to them.
Guessing Quill sticks with him? Sticks with her?
Quill is pretty tired. Just gonna stay downstairs with Gallon.
Anybody can feel free to come follow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna not offer.
I'll stick with
we're gonna be stuck.
I'll stick with the Kier.
Yeah, we're gonna be stuck on the ship for a long time. So
yeah, a fair amount of them go to their quarters and things like that. Their group quarters. Some of them stay on deck. Just in general, like cleaning weapons on deck. The Centaur stays up top because stairs.
Mm-hmm.
we can't
she
kill
does
the Centaur.
She is like hanging over the side.
Part of me just wants to be nice and cast levitate on the centaur and then like levitate them down.
Mhm.
I don't think they can fit into the corridors.
I don't think they can either, actually.
Mhm.
I'll also go try not to use any of my abilities in front of them.
That's true, but I feel like that would just be nice.
And
It's very important that we don't do that.
Akir has a lot of hey, I can move you abilities that he doesn't want them to know about.
But yeah, I'll go talk to this little Ooze Post mage if they're waving.
Wave to you.
I would before we do whatever on the ship. I just want to set up the mental link between all of us. That way we can communicate without talking and without them knowing we're communicating.
That's fair.
True.
Just in case. So I can do it. Blah, blah, blah. I need to roll a d6. Alright, we got 4 hours of communication.
Good to know.
Okay.
The three of us.
Yeah. Interesting thing. Epoch and your trio take notice that somebody on this ship is just like you guys.
I'm absolutely going to tell Epoch to be as not seen as possible. I don't care.
And
who
they
are.
know they know where we are.
As long as they don't know who we are, or that we are the ones.
Wait, what? They're just like us.
They got voices. They're not alone. There's somebody on this ship that has voices, just like we do.
And you recognize who it is due to the help. It's just that dude with the two Dragonborn and the Goliath.
The dude.
I'm getting some savage Shaman King vibes up in this right now.
It's just that dude. Who is that dude?
Hello, my
Seems
name
to be
is.
just a guy.
Hello, my name
Right
is.
now,
Shroud
as a player, I desperately want to go ask that Goliath questions and talk about who they are.
I mean, why not? As long as you
They're
don't.
probably not Barnes. They're probably not Barnes' boy, but it just feels like it.
I mean, if Vaughn's interested, Vaughn's interested.
Player's interested. Vaughn's playing very cautiously. You know?
You do you, man.
Assuming that all these people were in Waswari, they probably already know of Fakir, so he's not really worried about giving away too much. He just don't want to give away the psionic shit that is new.
Yep.
But yeah, no, so Vaughn will stick close to Akir, so where Akir goes, Vaughn will be short at hand there.
Okay. Akir mainly is going to be above deck. Slave to his nature. If anybody asks for stories or whatever, he will absolutely tell, because that is what he do.
Oh, is that centaur suffering from seasickness or motion sickness?
Oh, like viciously.
The one thing Vaughn will do, because it's just in his nature to try and be helpful and kind, he'll put together a quick little. Is there like a small cooking location where?
This ship is so large that there are multiple kitchens.
Vaughn will have just gone real quick just to heat up some water to do some like a ginger kind of tea.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll present it to the centaur with some crackers, because apparently like gentle herbs like ginger help with motion sickness and just kind of like nibbling on bland food, so like very, very lightly salted crackers.
Right. So, you approach the centaur.
Excuse me. Forgive me. Yeah, no, exactly so. Noticed you were having some difficulties. Here, this might help. Present them a pretty decent sized cup of like warm liquid. It's a lightly flavored ginger tea, and here, you might want to eat these. They're not the best, but they'll definitely help you.
Yep. They take off their helmet. See a very pretty like woman underneath the helmet, just like a mess, like sweat.
Yep.
Extend the hand to the crackers and the tea.
Yep.
Thank
Also,
you.
standing at the center of the boat where it sways the least, and also where you visually see the swaying the least, is probably the best to get your grounding.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yep.
And like gingerly sips the tea and like takes some crackers.
Yeah, I hope it helps. It's a small trip, if I remember correctly, so just bide your time.
You'd think I'd be used to this island hopping. Oh,
Everyone has different. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just hope it helps.
like extends their hand. Trinala.
Bond looks at the hand real quick, and he gives it a quick handshake real quick, and then proceeds to give his greeting, where he clasps both his hands together and kind of like bows his head. Bond, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the Karg. I see.
You're familiar. Sorry.
There's no need to apologize. We have several Klakargian people in Lustra.
So, at least now I know I don't have to worry about being rude. You have yourself a pleasant rest of your trip. If you wish to speak, you need only but to ask. Again, if you need any more, I can provide you more.
I wouldn't mind the company, but I don't think you want to be around me.
Oh, I mean, not because of this. I just trying to keep close to. I look back. Do I still see Akir kind of like nosing around?
I wouldn't say I'm moseying as much as I am an attention whore, and very much enjoy telling stories.
Yeah, a lot of the Fae folk are like joining to the
Vaughn
stories.
Vaughn looking over at Akir, kind of like lowers his shoulders. I guess I am not needed as long as I can keep an eye on him. I can remain here by your side if necessary, if you don't mind.
Also doing a secondary motive of keeping everyone distracted, so you guys do what the hell ever you want.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would challenge the Fae folk to flighting. The duel. The duel.
Are you sure about that?
I have a high performance and high intimidation. I think I have the skills necessary to flight properly.
Okay.
And also, as long as they understand, it's just in good fun. It's just an insult battle. I don't want them taking it personally.
Is Lynn's there?
Lindsay,
No, she's making spaghetti.
Spagoots.
I was wondering if this was the point in which her character would be introduced. Is Emma available by any chance?
If Gallon's not here, she's probably not here either. I mean, she would have shown up.
All right, Lance.
We're about to flight.
Get ready.
See your mama battle.
It's a rap battle.
I don't think Liz is going to be absolutely ready for that. I don't think she was prepared to be playing tonight.
Well,
Oh,
Expect the unexpected.
I was just thinking it's going to be just ability checks because I'm not ready to flight personally either. But that's definitely something Akira would do.
All right. Well, we don't have her character sheet put together.
You don't?
Well, we have the D&D Beyond one, but that's all
What
on
do you
her stuff.
mean?
Well, I mean, what's her performance modifier? That's all we need.
Hold on, let me double check. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's in the D&D Beyond. We weren't ready.
You expected.
Kyan, there he is in review.
Suddenly get attacked by little Cthulhu.
Performance.
You see
okay.
a little pink fairy flying around.
I'm
as well.
gonna flight it.
Fucking, he'll catch you.
Lindsay!
Hey, you want to flight? You over there, flight.
They catch you with the words
Oh yeah, I have vicious mockery. I don't actually.
as well.
Actually, yeah, I think I don't. I think vicious mockery is one I passed on just because I don't have vicious mockery, but it's fine. Yeah, I have green flame blade. That works instead.
Yeah.
Lindsay! Calling Kyan on stage!
Actually, I got mind sliver. That works, right?
Yeah. Well, while this is happening,
I'll get Linz ready. Hold on.
Yeah.
You can do the mage conversation.
I just want to know who this person is.
this pretty average-looking guy. He has that like Caesar cut going on. A little bit of stubble. Not like extremely lithe, but like a frailer build.
Do I see any like arcane things now that I'm closer? Like any arcane
gauntlet.
symbols?
The gauntlet is filled with gems and arcane symbols.
Any that say like what type of magic he casts the most before I, start talking?
Fun thing, it has every school's like symbol on it.
And you know what? Fuck this man. I just want to know what he casts because I want to know if he's a safe guy.
Yeah. The gems are engraved with each of these symbols, but it seems like the sizes of the gems are vary.
Which one's the biggest one?
Abjuration and evocation are equal.
Ah, he's a flame guy, I guess. Flames and protection.
While the smallest is enchantment and illusion.
Is he just like a human? Does he look human?
He is a human man. Or, as you get closer, yep, that's what human ears. He waves to you, is like, well, howdy.
Oh my god, this cowboy.
So, seeing you around over at that cafe with Archmage Cassandra.
There sometimes.
Yeah, seems like a elite crowd. How you doing? I'm Winston.
Winston.
Well,
I'm only
it's my middle name, but my first name's Hank.
Hank.
Yeah.
Okay. What brings you here? Are you fighting in the thing?
It's a competition me and my compatriots around here heard that you could get a lot of reputation as well as a boon of some sort.
What do you think the boon is?
Well,
You hope it
apparently it varies. I did some research. Have you done any research on it?
Of course.
All right. Can we compare notes? I don't know. I'm guessing you came from like where we were, obviously, but like.
Yeah, of course. I don't write anything down. I kind of just keep it in my head,
Get it. I have to write some stuff down. Just I have a little.
Whatever
slip of
works
mine
best
sometimes.
for you.
Yeah, like sticky notes. Like a list. things like that.
Is he nervous? Does he
No,
feel
he
nervous?
just seems. He seems cool as a cucumber. He is just moving through his thoughts.
His thoughts just move fast then.
Yeah, you know that ADHD thing is like ADHD thing. Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be best friends.
Here's my trauma. There's yours.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's a bit of a weird kingdom. This Emrys.
Well, yeah, they have an interesting judicial system, from what I heard.
Not a lot of wizards or magic users there.
Not in like mass, but the wizards that come out of there are just
They're crazy.
fucking weird. Like I know we all have our own specialities, and that's why we get chosen for Uspos and things like that. But like, I saw your thing, and it was incredible. I do have to say.
Thank you.
Your barrier technique is pretty flawless.
Was he in that same display?
He was.
What did he do?
He was in a different area. He didn't make the super qualifying things, but you haven't heard his last name, so you're not too sure, but you probably did see him around.
Hank
World
Winston?
history.
Hank Winston? I know his first and his middle name.
It is. They usually go by the last names, like
History?
Mr. Blah, 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 blah. World history.
Okay, not proficient, but I'll try. I'm gonna add a D4 to that. Just
Okay.
in case. Just in case.
In Kusis, yeah. 15?
15? Do I know anything about him? He seems to be a big fan, and I would love to give him the same vibe, but I don't know a single thing about this man.
With a 15, you know his last name, and the gauntlet makes more sense now. So his
Winston.
Hank Winston Claybaker.
Okay.
Claybaker is 100%, one of those names like farmer or like
He comes
blower,
from
things like that.
He comes from a family of potters, I guess.
The gauntlet makes more sense because that is a magical output conduit focus. Specifically, he can use punches in explosive arcane power.
Scary.
He's a close quarters wizard that uses amplification of evocation spells as well as abjuration to reinforce his body, but also transmutation to change his form a bit.
Is he a golem? Is he a clay golem? Please tell me he's a clay golem.
No, he is 100% a dude. He's just like horn-fed,
He's just a cowboy
Country.
that somehow got a little smart,
Yeah. He uses his talents for being like old school, like manual labor
Close
with just a
quarters
talent.
fighting wizard.
Yeah. It's very strange, but it also
like him.
kind of makes sense with the what is it called? The group he's got. Because there's their judicial system works on very stringent laws. Slavery is only inducted by criminals, which they have to work their time off.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's very strange because usually criminals, if they do a bad thing, they stay away. But these people contribute to the rest of the country in one way or another, not necessarily just manual labor, but it's whatever the talents are, which is interesting.
I agree. That's what makes me so curious about this boom, because I mean, if you're doing all this and I'm sure they're leaning towards a more martial fighter, but to be the winner of the whole thing, but
Well, a winner could be martial fighter or mage, things like that. It's happened before. And the competitions have always been different. Like, one of the competitions had the final team break up into individual bouts because they couldn't agree on like what they should use the boon for.
did you read about what the boon was last year?
It could be a lot of things, to be honest. Like, it could be knowledge, it could be equipment, it could be money, place, renown. For those that are fighting for other countries, it could be just aid from the God King himself in one form or another. A favor.
He says that I see him get a little bit more excited about? Like, is there something that he's particularly wanting?
Roll me an insight.
Piece with it.
You got it.
20. Dirty.
It's he gets excited about enchantment.
Mm.
You know, like
Wonder why.
knowledge.
He wants to know more about enchantment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll note that.
You know, it's a myriad of things, but like, there are some that got the boons that have turned into like demigod status.
That would be...
Just like level of power.
I'd be interested to see who wins this year. Do you...
Well, I heard that there are quite a few contenders, you know, like, but
she just like scans the boat. Quite a few.
Yeah. Well, this is just like what, five groups, and they have a member limit for teams and things like that, which is different each year too. I'd be very surprised if that that Fae group that was on here before us just stayed together. Like,
they'll probably split up.
probably like two groups or get absorbed into another one. It happens. People trade members just to get like, what is it called? Even spread. Sometimes, and, you know, there's that small group of interesting peoples. Over there, that big fella has some nice enchanted weapons.
I saw that.
Yeah, it has a core from a hellhound on it.
I'd be intrigued to see what that does.
I can only speculate.
I will share that knowledge, so if you want to write that down, I'll share that knowledge when I get back. Or actually, we could speak telepathically, so I'm like sitting here like telling you like all of the things that I'm learning about this man and being like, wow, this man's he's a close quarters wizard and he fights people with explosive fire magic. And
explosive force. It's not necessarily fire, ice.
I'll usually I'll say like explosive magic. With explosive magic, and that guy over there with the axes has a core of a hound in it.
Mm-hmm.
This man's doing all my work for me. Thank you, sir.
Yep, he's
Say
not telling you anything about his group.
Nope, but he's gonna tell me about everybody else, which is fine.
Yep, because he already knows about you.
Yeah, I already know about him. So,
So,
Oh, fair trade.
very fair trade.
glad. Yeah.
Speaking of, everybody.
Currently,
Yes.
while this is happening, there is a Dragonborn, not Dragonborn, a Dragon Man, like, looks human, has dragon features and wings, doing flights, and, like, asking people to, you know, do a little friendly competition. Would
Rap
your
battle,
character, like,
rap battle through history.
Perry is like flying around like the prayer like ship.
Right. But so
She's flying around the ship.
she's flying around scoping people out, but there's this gentleman right here. Looks like that. Right. So do you step up?
Yeah, I could take a swing at him.
How would you describe your character?
So in comes. I can pull up her. I don't even. Hold on, I'm kind of on the spot. Hold on.
Yeah,
Damn,
Lycan, why do you put her on the spot?
Because I didn't wake up early enough.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
Did you post it in this one?
I don't. I think I might have in the regular one.
Hold on.
Or I did it with Lycan.
Hold on.
Or I posted it with Lycan. I don't know. Either way, it's
Right.
it's somewhere. I know I posted it somewhere.
I don't have that.
It's right here.
Oh, you have it? Oh, no. He's not.
Hold on.
Yep. Wait, there she is. Right there.
Yep.
I think Lycan posted.
He. Yep. So, how you want to describe her?
Fuck, if I can remember it. Here we go. Crunching her neck a bit. Having her. Fuck, what the fuck was that thing called? That.
She has a. You have a. What was it?
It's like a weird spelling.
No. Glower.
Her glower on her back. Bow wrapped around her chest. No, she's holding her glower, but her bow is wrapped around her chest. Aren't you?
What?
Sorry to interrupt. What the fuck's a glower?
It's
a type of. It's kind of like.
Is that how you spell it?
Hold on, what is it? Okay.
Is like a glower to me is a look. Like
No,
a facial
no,
expression.
It's a type of instrument.
It's a very, very chunky lute, basically.
It's a chunky lute.
It's like a harp mixed with a lute.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
No?
like it's a chunky boy.
And in comes a fawn. A fawn. Shit, how would I describe her?
I mean, how tall is she? Kind of like generally.
All eyes, skin, hair.
I am on the spot. I am not prepared. I feel like a kid who's in those weird dreams.
Not in the weird dream.
Not the weird dreams.
In the.
Why I'm in front of the classroom without pants.
Yeah, that's exactly the moment.
What are you looking for? No. Sure.
I can get a better. She's dressed rustically, shoulder pad or shoulder armor, kind of a one piece.
Pauldron?
What?
pauldrons.
The pauldrons.
Pauldrons?
I'm sorry, I'm on the spot. Alright,
You can keep going.
sort of like a one-piece tunic, kind of with a deep cut.
Deep V cut.
Deep.
Rock
Reddish, dark. She has sort of like look like one of those like hipster-looking sweater scarves. Only it's like a thneed. It's a thneed.
It's a need.
It's
It's a thneed.
Yeah, thneed. It's a thneed. It's a mask. It's a neck warmer. It's a hood. It's a thneed. Belle. She's tattooed. Different like
Love
autumn
that.
colored. Different like autumn colored tattoos. Comes out reddish brown hair, black in the streaks. Fades into a lighter color at the end of her ponytail. I'll give a crack at you, Mr. Oh dear God. I feel so bad for your mama.
Looks at the horns.
Yeah, she just takes one look at you and just goes, "Oh God, oh Lord, have mercy on your mama."
I don't have a mama.
Wait, what?
What?
What was it? Hmm?
I do not have a mama.
You didn't have mama? Something gave birth to you, and that dear God, I hope it was. No, for your sake, I hope it's an egg.
It was.
Okay, that answers one question. I don't have to wait to lie awake at me. Yeah, no, I'll take a crack at you.
How do you zoom back out?
You'll
Use the
never
wheel.
know. You'll
There you go.
never know.
She did a different thing.
I'll take
But,
a crack at you.
But yeah.
Name's Cayenne. You can call me Kay. Kay. She just has she somehow procures a little piece of wheat from or somewhere on her person, just pops it between her teeth. So, what's your name, stranger?
Akira. Hero
Hey.
of the Sands.
Kier. Is that right? A Kier.
Close enough.
That doesn't roll off the tongue. A Kier. A Kier. Man, that rolls off the tongue. No. What you looking for? Just shooting the shit, shooting the breeze before the real shit happens?
Of course. It's nothing more than a friendly duel of words.
Oh boy, if you want friendly words, you should see my house around dinner time. You be.
This is the most country person we've ever met.
Literally everybody's just like, what is happening?
Hank is like Texas. This is.
The sad thing is, I'm
This is-
Texan.
Deep
This is the
Tennessee.
hills.
No, this is
Deep Tennessee.
this is Georgia.
No, it's not. I promise you it's not.
Country.
This is ding 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 ding.
It's like
You can
It's
taste the banjo in the voice.
it's very like Appalachian.
Yeah.
It's giving very Appalachian.
I'm a fine Bigfoot.
I'm a fine big way to raffle him.
Yeah, so go for it.
Yeah, no.
I saw Mothman at the 7-Eleven.
He stole my Philly cheesesteak.
My man took my wife.
Man took my wife.
Mothman took my family.
My wife.
I don't know. You said she's a fairy?
Oh, she's a
Mhm.
fawn.
She's a fawn, so basically a satyr.
Oh, she's a
But-
satyr.
Yeah, satyr fawn.
Okay.
Deer instead of.
Yeah, she got a little
Deer
bit
adjacent. She's deer adjacent.
I mean, fawn are basically deer, whatever one you want, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the hooves and everything,
Yeah.
so clop clop.
yeah.
Clop,
Jingle
clop,
jingle
horn,
over
clop,
over
clop,
pierced ears.
hairy legs, horns,
Yep.
whatever one you like. Horns,
Yep.
antlers, they got all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So instead of like you can after each round, if you think of something witty to say to him, but just like kind of like
It would be best out of 3.
So,
it's a roll off, and you're going to be using your performance to which you have. I think she matches you. What's your bonus?
+8.
Oh, yeah, no, this is whoever rolls higher. She has a +8 too.
And I also have the inspirations and all that.
You have stupid cheating bullshit.
Yeah. He's got the. He's got a little.
Potential plus 16. So let's go.
Potential. So you really got to put on the hurt on this boy.
I mean, I'm kind of on the spot.
Yeah, no, but like I said, so it's just kind of like so you start.
Are you also a bard?
No.
No, I am in. They won. Oh, nope. Nope. That's a surprise.
It's already been revealed from most of the word.
It's a Fey Wanderer.
Yeah. There's only so many things that could be Fey.
That can
Yeah, and then you said "wah."
Yeah.
She's
and I'm like,
but in the sense that she's a wandering fae.
I roll like a tumbleweed. Woo!
Anyways,
But
I guess I'll just roll the performance first. Let's see how good Akira's insult is. Only a 13.
All right, so go ahead and roll.
All right.
She rolls physical. So.
I mean, I'll roll inspiration, do it because I want to.
Nice.
Do you want to re-roll that?
I got
There you
17 for my first.
21.
21. Dirty 21.
Ooh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. So the fighting starts off in the favor. You wanted to go on easy, Akira, because you were unsure how it was going, and then she went full on in.
She's like, this ain't nothing. I've seen this kind of shit from my mama around the dinner table with the boys, with my brothers running around pulling off the dang tablecloth.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
it's a terrible family. I'm so sorry.
Well, what do you get? What do you expect? We're goats.
We're goats.
We're goats.
Ain't no madness to be spoken of.
I got
26.
That's a much better roll.
I got 26 plus my inspiration.
Nope.
So I got 29.
29.
Yeah, no, she rolled a 4 on that one.
Oh, so I get,
God.
Huh?
so I get 4?
No, you get +8 to that. That's 12 total.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You're going in the corner.
So 29 versus 12. Akira pulled out the claws on that one.
He's like, how dare you insult me?
he's got some spice.
All right.
He's got some spice.
Well,
Last
you know,
one.
handle my spice.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead. Next.
Oh. Well, Bardic Inspiration is my only hope.
Oh shit! 19 + 8, 27.
I got 17. She wins.
All right. She wins. And there's a rumpus applause from the group of Fae that are
Just imagine
you've been traveling with.
a full-on meme, and there's just there's a hand with all of the Fae behind her.
She does. Tulio.
You're being so high pitched, it's cutting out your audio.
No, Miguel. So you know this.
Here's the thing. That's exactly what Akira hears, though. When she talks, he doesn't hear words; he hears sounds.
But yeah, apparently, well. So you guys remember the scene from El Dorado of Miguel just with that's Cayenne with her glower.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, what's it? Aw, got your feelings a little hurt? Also be a little nicer next time.
Akira just looks at you like sort of confused as he barely understands you. It's like, good flight.
Hold on. Is it? Hold on.
Is it because of the stupid?
No, just hold on.
It's a mixture between a heavily country accent, which he's not used to, and the fact that I also can barely hear you.
All right, hold on. We're gonna fix that. Hold on.
The audio quality was very crunchy.
Hold on. We're fixing it.
Basically, I think I've heard like 3 sentences that she said.
She's like Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you fucking real good as shit.
Take that.
Yeah, dangle Dang old Dragon Man.
Mhm. Yep.
Was that
Hank's
better?
like, speak words.
So I think
Now go ahead and respond.
Alright, so is that repeat?
Yeah.
Aw, did I hurt your feelings, huh? I'm gonna share a little nicer next time.
the character just like looks over the other fades. Like, are they also speaking heavily country?
No,
No, I can understand what they're saying.
you can understand. They're like Hank. They're like Hank to the Boomhauer. They speak in like Sylvan, some of them, and then like some of them are like speaking Common. They have all sorts of dialects. It's like a weird melting pot. Take somebody from like the top of New York, put somebody from Oxford, and then fucking somebody from like Baton Rouge, and then just like a guy from Wisconsin,
Not a guy from Wisconsin.
and then just a generic person who's like, "Hi, my name is Dave."
I like you, Dave. You're my favorite.
We are
Yeah,
on
no.
an adventure.
NPC name.
Dave feels not real.
Dave
I
feels like
learned
Stanley
from a
Parable
Warforged.
joke.
But yeah, no.
That I just found.
Ah. Oh.
Oh no, I like Dave. I understand Dave.
Does anyone want a PB&J?
Super
What
enunciate.
That's one of your fake companions who just talks
What the
weird.
fuck is a PB&J?
Peanut butter, jelly, on bread.
Then say that.
No.
No.
Whatever. Where's
I'm
Perry?
using the hip lingo.
Hip lingo my ass. Alright.
Yep.
Yeah, Dave is pulling out that hip lingo. PB&J.
PB&J.
So yeah.
Telaria's blowing chunks.
Anyone got any strong mooch on them? That'll cure what ails them.
What?
What?
Moonshine. Liquors. Alcohol.
I don't.
She's so. Holison's all the way on the other side of the boat talking
And-
to this wizard man, and she's
and,
just
like-
like, "What the hell is this?"
Something disturbs the force.
Holson and Hank both turn their head, like at the same time. Oh no.
And like Holson's got an accent as well, but it's much more refined. And she's just
You just hear someone on the other side of the ship.
Did she just say?
alcohol?
You heard that as well. Alcohol?
There's too many syllables.
I think there's
All right.
like too few, and also the long ones.
Alpha.
Alright, you're right, you peanut gallery.
Yes.
I'm not.
Just peanut gallery being a bunch of jerks.
Like, here's 8 intelligence isn't ready for this.
She's just gonna lean towards the wizard like, do you know polymorph?
Do you know polymorph?
I'm not telling you.
I'm not telling you.
Could you? Do you think polymorph could change accents?
No.
Do you think we could develop something
I think
quickly?
I think disguise. Nope, disguise self does not do that. Comprehend language.
Yeah, yeah. I think I have that one actually.
I think I got that one.
You know, y'all know how to wound a woman's pride. You ain't got no manners.
I understood that last part. What was the second part?
There's my point exactly. Your mama didn't raise you right.
He
don't
seems
have a
so
mom.
nice. Why does no one have brothers here?
You born out of the egg like your other like the buddy over there?
No.
You ain't got a mama. You weren't born from an egg. What the hell did you just drop out of the sky?
Did you drop out of the sky?
At
Did you
one
drop
point.
out of the sky? Does he look nervous?
No.
My
I'm
secret.
gonna insight him.
You can insight.
My secret. It's been revealed.
Shit.
He was
2020,
full
did
on
you fall out
born.
of
He
the
just
sky?
doesn't have a mom. If he had a mom once.
At what point?
Doesn't anymore.
He's an adventurer because his mom died.
Ah, I see. Still, guess not long enough to give you some manners. She just shakes her head. Well, I don't want to
thought
be
you were really nice.
Interesting.
He's just like slowly talking, just so softly talking. This was like, I thought you were really nice. You seemed like an okay kind of guy.
Yeah, my dad was a potter.
I figured.
Yeah, we do customer service real good, you know. It's just
I've never done customer service a day in my life.
it's really not that great unless you have repeat customers.
Yeah.
There's this
I
one
sold
bit.
an,
There's this one
I
dude
sold
in a
an
green.
arrow with
There's this one dude in a green tuna who comes by every other day. He eats the shit out of my pots. I hate him.
You don't talk about the pot breaker
The only
or
time
the jaw jacker.
I've ever sold anything was an arrow, and that was like one time, and then it was done.
Well,
It
you
was just
kind
for fun.
of sold your abilities, you know, so you technically got that for you.
It was true. That's not customer service. That's showmanship.
Yeah, it was showmanship, customer service. It's in the same realm. It overlaps. Either way, I don't feel comfortable on this top deck.
No, I
And-
feel like I'm gonna get yelled at by that small family.
It's Fawn, I think, or Satyr, or something.
I don't know who they are. I don't see a body. I just see a disembodied voice.
Yep.
They're too far over there.
Downstairs?
Yeah, sure.
Downstairs.
She's just gonna send a telepathic message like walking downstairs with Wizard. Who knows what will happen?
Yep, things like that. So, the entirety of the crew pays no mind to the travelers on this large ship, but you
They're
guys,
probably so exhausted as the travelers.
they've spent the longest time with the Fae folk. There's graffiti in places that, like, you don't expect. Like, you do a stretch and, like, look up and you see, like, Perry was here. And, like, right next to it, so was Karen. Just, like, minor defacements and, like, things in wrong orders. But you're led to your guys' quarters and, like, told where you'd be staying at in general. So yeah, we'll roll another d20 to get more and more away, closer to your area.
Vaughn, roll.
Lens, roll.
Somebody roll.
One of y'all two.
Ah.
It did that voice thing again, didn't it?
It did that voice thing again. She rolled a 16.
Oh,
I was gonna say, Vaughn would have stayed up top to give the Centaur company because he feels bad, and I would have eventually
feels bad?
asked. He does. He wants to be helpful, and you know, Akir's doing his thing, and the rest of the crew that he's traveling with doesn't really need his assistance. But you know, he can try and help guide her through the seasickness, and yeah.
She seems to be. You talk to her for a little bit, and like she eventually like settles a bit, but just like overall nervousness of like blown chugs, and making a fool of herself, as well as being inconvenience.
Vaughn constantly reassures her that it's not an inconvenience at all. He's happy to. He's happy to. Yeah, and so he eventually it would have come into a conversation that he would have gone to ask about what was it? The name of the Goliath. Because me as a player, I need to know.
I have no idea. I'm with her, and it's just I'm with her, and like points out
I mean, like at some point in the night, he would have gone and asked the name of. He would have talked to the Goliath and asked the name of the Goliath.
Oh. I forget what your son's name is.
It was Barnes Boy.
It's Barnes Boy.
Oh my god! All I know, I don't remember the boy or the son's name. All I know is that
he's your son.
It's my boy.
My boy.
Which also means, though, is if you recognize the name at all, Holson, he was in that fight that screwed the Fae with the Baba Yaga.
I've read that whole book. The minute I hear his name, I'll know who he is.
Yep.
And I'm gonna fight him personally. Right here on this boat.
Yep. Boatboard, he is not what he used to be.
I'm so happy.
Subclass wise.
He's not a Rune Knight?
Not fully anymore.
Now the fish got hellhound shit on him.
No, those were the hand axes. The second thing that so he made Barn made 2 weapons with the
Arsfog and these hellhound things.
Yeah, no, and he put a lot of money into these weapons. So there was his gigantic sword that he was using. The what was it? It was a great sword. No,
it was a colossal sword.
It was a colossal sword, and that was forged from that mystical armor. I forget his name. It was a long time ago.
Adore.
But because of how well it did, he gave 2 hand axes and a bunch of material and a bunch of money, and out came these 2 hand axes that were basically Kratos chains that he used to basically solo the Draco Lich during the fight with the Baba Yaga, because he rolled the 100 on that thing.
But yeah.
Yep.
12 years happened. Also, Baba Yaga's influence was taken away from this boy. So,
yep.
Yeah, I probably, if I did know if he was in the book, then I would know his name.
Mm-hmm.
And I would know who he was.
Yep. He was kind of a big player and all that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
he was one of the generals. But Vaughn will be as pleasant as he can, his company towards the satyr, and sleep out there in the night because she can't go into the deck. So he doesn't mind.
Mm-hmm. You find out a little bit about her. She is a knight.
Oh, she's a knight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun.
She is a knight and from Lostrel. There to represent the Court of the Plains. That is under the umbrella of the Spring Court.
Can you share that information?
Yeah, no. If you've been sharing information you've been learning, Vaughn's been sharing. We'll be sharing information that he's been sharing, and Vaughn will only have to respond.
Spring Court.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's under the umbrella of the Spring Court.
Vaughn will respond. I'm more or less just a traveler, aiding some friends with a task of theirs. That's why we're all going to this tournament thing. Nothing's really special about me. You already know I'm from Kakard. Born and raised, been there a fair bit of my life, not really doing much. Really. Either way, been studying more hand martial arts for the last 2 years. I'm decent. We'll see. We'll see how far it takes me.
What do I know about Lostral and the Springport generally? Like, how do I know how the knights fight?
Roll me history at a disadvantage because
Okay.
the court of the plains is not something you recognize.
I'll roll another D4. 10.
100% you're at a loss, but you know that Lostral has a basic gateway to the Feywild directly, and it's changed the entire continent over the course of like hundreds of years. Like close to like a little over 1,000 years.
Do I know where the spring? Like, no, I wouldn't.
You would know where the spring is. Spring is actually the place that you would go through.
So like right
on
here.
Land. Yeah.
I would say to Vaughn, like,
And the seasons in that area is basically counterclockwise.
I would just, essentially be like, all I know is spring is the closest to Thalia. I don't know too much about them. But I know they have a portal there that's changed the land, and that means not only are they probably really good at being a knight, but they're probably trained by more strong Fey influences than just, being a centaur.
Yeah, you see her weapon as well. It's hitched up on like a slot on the back, along with her pack and things like that. It's a lance,
Interesting.
Very
which
interesting.
looks like it has briars like poking forward.
Well, on that note, again being pleasant company. That's interesting all the same, though. Very interested. I'm just so happy it's Barnes boy.
That's all you fucking care about.
Mm-hmm.
And Akir, like above board, you probably could tell who the Dragonborn is.
I honestly don't have an idea.
Oh,
Because it's not Zealous' daughter, because she was copper. And it's not...
100%. You're kind of right, but you're also very wrong.
Hey, I know Zealous' daughter. She was half copper, half bronze. Neither of those are platinum silver.
Yeah, that's the parents. But remember, she gained platinum scales.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, she had a platinum scales. It was considered a blessing.
She's my daughter.
That's
How did
terrifying.
How did they pair up? I'm curious.
I mean,
They know each other.
parents were adventurers.
I mean, they know of each other, yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
And they've met each other before.
I suppose.
And it's like, hey,
Probably
my dad's an adventurer, your dad's an adventurer. Do you want to try something? And
Who
they're
are
like,
the
"Yeah."
rest of the people in this group?
Huh?
Who are the rest of the people in that group that are poor?
Interestingly enough, there is a red dragonborn on the tail.
Didn't your guy have a brother who was super big?
Yeah, but he's bronze.
Yeah, super big man who threatened Trovik.
Maybe it's a bodyguard.
And then there's just a human guy.
The human guy
Jane.
is Trovik. I'm calling it now.
It is not Sherlock.
Could be. I don't know Trovik anymore.
Yeah, this guy is a blonde-haired, like green-eyed individual. Just like looks like looking around, just happy as can be. He does have a focus. Similarly to the gauntlet, but it's chains connected to rings. In a spiral formation crawling up the arm.
Like Killua?
Kinda, but not like goes all the way to the bicep. In like a twisting formation.
Well, a lot can happen in 12 years. Who knows? Don't think this one would be Trovik's kid, though, because Trovik didn't have a kid. And again,
Trovik had 3 kids.
And it's only, well, not during the campaign, not when we began.
They're only 12 years old, though.
Yeah, they're only 12 years old. But this guy is wearing lighter clothing in general.
Like, I forget Ash's character name, the Triton Bard. There's not a chance that he's her son, is it?
No.
No.
She didn't have kids.
She wouldn't have had kids.
Yeah.
She didn't have kids. She does not like children. Period. She's like, teacher.
And Sam Smith is fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive Baker.
On that note, that's the evening. It's just so happy. It's our people. Granted, if we go up against them, we're boned.
Big question is what they're doing here.
Yeah.
I know it's a Crucible of Champions, but it's kind of like out of their country, so it shouldn't really matter to them.
Well, none of them seem to be from a unified country.
I mean, one of them is literally from the plane of air, so who knows?
So, 16 was it?
Yep, 16.
You guys make it faster there. Like, even still, like the winds, like blow you hard enough that you actually gain a day.
All right, we make it to the shore.
Hell yeah.
I have another question.
I have another answer.
With just talking through the guy, like just talking to him through the night, does he tell me any like other like personal information that doesn't really technically matter for the fight? Like, if I ask about like, oh, well, like where did he grow up? Blah 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 blah. I want to know as much information about this man as possible. Not necessarily what he can do, but just general information.
He is from a lovely town within Ballora, just like a small hamlet area near the capital.
Laura?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So basically, your neighbors via country.
Yeah.
Which is interesting things to note is like Ballora is not currently taking in any refugees from Draystein. From the last time you remember the incidents with dragons.
I do remember.
Basically says like politics there is very generally like strained. Which is interesting.
It's strained.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
People not like agreeing what should be done, like very combative to their northern people.
Does he drink?
Does he drink?
Yes. Does he drink? Like, does he pick up a drink through the night and like
He drinks water.
he's keeping sharp? Then he's not drinking anything like alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Generally, he does share some knowledge with you about, like, the rest of Emerus, because being on the same playing field, as well as, like, you are technically a student of Cassandra.
Technically.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't kicked me out yet.
Makes it so it's one of those social status things, but also you displayed yourself well in that evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Does he ever let it drop who he's the student of?
Do you ask him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to know who he's the student of.
He makes mention that he is the student of Ashlon Hasselback.
Hasselback?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know anything about that name?
Roll me
I've heard,
history.
Gossip.
Roll me history.
Okay. God, all my history rolls have been real fucking shit. So,
So it means you're due.
I sure hope so.
See?
Damn! Yeah! Fuck yeah! I'm gonna
You
roll
know
even
exactly-
higher! No! I'm gonna roll my last D4 of the night! Roll! Fuck yeah! 27!
27.
Give me
Natural
as much
20.
knowledge as possible.
Hasselback is a halfling
going that night.
is a halfling archmage of transmutation focus, but specifically of body cultivation.
I don't know what that means.
It means using enhancing magic to enhance your physical form.
So he's a plastic.
So like enlarge, reduce type stuff.
Not necessarily enlarge, empower. Giving somebody aspects of like.
So like alter self.
Like alter self would be a not a bad one to do. Enhance ability, things branching off of that. Instead of using potions, they use magics to do effects of potions.
Okay.
They still use potions as like a catalyst for some things. But there has been definitely with the natural 20, you know that there's been strides with gaining the strength of giants without fucking yourself up.
That's
like
the trick, ain't it?
Yeah, because gaining the strength of giants is easy, but you're going to bust open every blood vessel in your body, as well as tear every muscle. That's a real hard thing to do. That's why potions are so potent, because they use an element of that. The Hasselback has clarified how to get that without using the need of potions. That level of strength.
Okay, that's terrifying.
Think of it as a wizard monk.
That's really scary, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, wizard monk that basically uses a downgraded version of like smiting.
And then I have one last question about Hasselbeck. Is he a nice guy?
He seems
How do
pleasant.
his positions lean?
His like what positions? Like
Like,
is he friendly with somebody?
Yeah. Does he lean? Is he in like a circle like with Cassandra? Is he in the circle with fucking shit show man?
Yeah. He is not in the same league or in the same social circle as them.
But he seems
a lot of
extremely powerful.
mages disregard him, if anything.
That's so sad.
Because his focus is on cultivation of the body and not of the mind and expansive power.
I'm going to keep this man in my back pocket.
Helping group.
Hank seems like a good guy. Hank seems like he would help me.
So, but yes, he also like tells you a bit of lore about the God King.
Oh, yes. Tell me more about the God King.
50 years ago, the God King was a slave to the old system, where those that were weak were put into slavery to work for riches and gangs and put in manual labor. In his early years, this man rose up from the pits of slavery and led a coup that took 7 days and dismantled the entire country's political structure.
Damn.
And put it in his own. The God King is also nicknamed the Master of Arms.
Does he have a lot of arms?
No, he is a human man.
He's just got a lot of weapons. Maybe.
He has been told, when his prowess has been out, that he had either the backing of the gods or found some sort of magical instrument that allowed him to dance through a battlefield wielding all manner of weapons.
Okay.
A bow that would shoot for miles, a spear that would pierce dragon's hide, a hammer that would rock the earth and cause quakes. These are all like stories. They're not especially like they could be exaggerating, things like that. Sword that would cut through adamantine. A shield that would repulse any blow, things like that.
Well, he sounds really scary.
Hank thinks it's very much in the line of like exaggeration.
Of course.
For sure, because there's no way that I'm like a human man would be able to do all these things. Like, and this Hank's a human, so he's like, as much as I'd like to say, it's possible. There's no way.
It's like a look in the back of your mind. There's like most myths are based on some nugget of truth.
Yeah, but the amount of slaves and things like that probably is what shook the ground. Like the entire revolution, when you have only a few people to protect yourself, and then you have slaves that you use as meat shields and forced, mercenaries, and then they turn on you, kind of rips through an entire government. And then he was pronounced the king, God King. He put all criminals into chains, and their redemption is through labor and contribution. Like, if you're a thief, you don't get your hand cut off. You just work for a little while, learn your lesson, do the betterment of the country, and then you're released back into the public. If you're a murderer, you have to serve the people in a way that, makes it so you're basically reflective.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are still those that are not fully on board with this. They just believe that these people are evil and should just die. But the judgment is not up to those that have been wronged. It's the whole of the entirety of everyone else. Those that were slavers stay enslaved.
Well,
Because there's no price for a human life.
Mm-hmm. There's no repentance for those that have massacred and enslaved someone.
I will get up from this conversation once he finishes and just... I'll have to come visit you in Ballora. And you'll have to come visit me in Faria, of course.
After all this is done, I think me and my compatriots are going to make our way to Thakor.
Sounds good.
So,
One of these days, though. If you ever end up in Tharia, or anywhere that I might be, also have a home in Austral. So,
actually, he would already know. So, you would know about the Austral place, he does know your family name, because it's...
Yeah. My family name was announced.
Yeah.
He does know who probably my father is.
I do have a question. What do you think of Uspos?
What's his intention?
Genuine curiosity? Unless you want to do an insight.
I do. I'm not going to tell him if I don't think I can trust him. Or wherever.
Hard to read. You
of course he is.
Genuine curiosity.
You tell me your opinion and I'll tell you mine.
I think I've been quite... You haven't really given me much of anything except for, place or anything.
You haven't asked me any questions.
Well, this is the first one I've asked. Truly. I guess I could say that Uspos is a fantastical place. That makes no sense.
I know that your teacher is not very highly regarded.
Well, they just haven't gotten to know them, or, it's not as flashy, what we do, but,
No, but I think it's equally as valid. I mean...
Cultivating oneself rather than helping the sanctum, or whatever the hell it's called. It's just generally selfish in a lot of eyes. But then again, mages are selfish. By nature.
I do think that mages are selfish by nature, but I also think that the best way to help yourself is to help others.
So help me out.
My opinion?
So help me out. What do you think?
I think Uspos is a place to learn and grow, and you can be great there. Whether you're great, what your definition of great is on your own. It's defined by your own means. But everyone there is great in their own way. And I think that's honestly amazing, but I don't think it's the end-all be-all of wizardry and of magocracy. I think great wizards can be anywhere.
You know, I was hesitant to come talk to you since the last time you blew me off.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I do that? When was that? At the party?
Well, I went there to get more spells and things like that, like 2 weeks ago.
You know, you remember Uspos, correct? You can just do whatever you want there?
Well, usually I just port right there, you know, use the token.
Of course, I could use my token as well.
Yeah, I go there to get supplies and things like that. Usually because, you know, reagents and things, sometimes things break down. Tools get broken, you know.
If I blew you off, I didn't mean it. I promise.
It's fine.
Usually when I am there, I'm there for a brief moment. And I get thrusted back here. I think I only had like maybe 2 days. Then I was gone.
Alright.
And I'm really trying to get all my education done in those 2-3 days.
Tell you what, this is a fresh start.
Fresh start.
So, yeah. 100% you were not there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, she's lying. Because I was like, I don't think I was there 2 weeks ago. But this man thinks I was. What other drow is there? Who looks like me? Who looks like me?
Doppelganger. Do 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 do.
Alright.
Actually,
Well-
you know what? Fresh start. And all.
Mhm.
Because I'm just so busy with so much all the time that sometimes I just forget what I'm doing. Next time you see me, stop me. Say hello. And sometimes I just get so focused that I just don't know where I am. But could you remind me what I was doing? That you didn't feel like you could interrupt?
You were walking with Miss Tamir.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, like I even like kind of stopped you, and then you didn't really respond in a friendly manner. You were very focused and driven. Being with Archmage Cassandra definitely makes you, you know, obviously busy since dunamancy and all that stuff. You guys were going to the central tower.
And I definitely wasn't there 2 weeks ago. Not even for a little bit.
Nope. You looked a little off, and you weren't wearing what you're wearing now, but like,
What was I wearing?
Mage gear. Armor, things like that.
Like a little dress.
No,
Or
like
a robe.
military garb.
Military garb.
Slacks, button, you know. I'm getting a little weirded out. Was that not you?
She's not hiding her expression. She's a little confused now. Tell me your true opinion. What are we supposed?
That was my true opinion. It just shouldn't work the way it does. All those mages at some time. Too many people not working towards something. Like it's nice having people around. I'm freaking the fuck out. Like what? Like was that not you?
I don't own military garb. So
And like he slams down like a hand on the table and like does a circle and then lifts up and projects an image.
I don't like this. It's nice to know that he knows that spell. I figured he did. He's an illusionist, of course.
He is not. You do
He
notice
has
that
illusion.
he has illusion. The illusion rune does activate on his gauntlet when he does the spell. And he shows you.
Is there anything off about me?
With the fact that you're wearing what looks to be like military-esque gear, like not a breastplate, but it does have like bits of metal on it. It's like an officer's coat. Un segundo.
Un segundo. Okay.
They didn't just put words on you.
No, are you saying so that it says un segundo? Or are you just saying 1 second in a fancy little accent?
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm like, what? No, this is insane. They got a me projection.
So, long sleeves, gloves. You have like these knee-high boots. Coat that like has the back flap and like a little bit of a skirt with pants. You have what also looks like a reinforced focus, like a mage blade. It looks like a Kopesh, but it's clearly not your Kopesh.
No.
You seem to be decked out in like
A whole bunch of gear that I don't own.
Yep. And
In
you
this
see
image,
Vanessa there too.
in this image, since I know it's not me, I'm going to be looking for any imperfections. Like, I know no one knows my body better than me. I'm going to look for any imperfections, any height differences. Like,
Are
'cause
there
I know
any
where I would come.
scars that you would have gotten on your face or head or neck that you have, like, that you've gotten recently?
Any scars?
Mm-hmm. Or, yeah, any scars that you would have had a childhood. Because you have the eyebrow cut thing, right?
I do.
That's not there.
Ooh. So.
Like, so he can clearly see that I have like a slash, like in my eyebrow. Be like, and she'll point that out and be like, no slash. And then just like keeps scanning like my face for any other things. Like,
Roll me a nature with advantage or medicine with advantage.
it's gonna be nature. It's gonna be nature.
Because only you know your body.
Oh, nat 20? Nat 20, 19, and nat 20.
So, here's what you get.
Which
That is
changeling
100% you,
But.
but there's no scarring.
So the changeling doesn't have scars? Like, what is it?
You don't know what it is, but that is obviously you. That it has the same gait, it has the same walk, it has everything. It just seems to have
No
this
scars.
entire switch. And you can roll Arcana. It's not going to be a high DC.
Okay. Just regular?
Yes.
I can't do anything about that.
He'll help you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, my guy.
Because he's freaking the fuck out.
I am also not doing... Are you kidding me?
16?
That works, I guess. It went from a 19 to a 9.
Either it's an imperfect illusion, alteration, like there's something going on here that is either copying you to the T, except for your scars for some reason. Could be a changeling, like you know those exist, but you already know their proclivity to Fey creatures, because there's like humans. How about there's no Fey, like no pure Fey there, like that you know of.
I wouldn't know, like with my dad being an illusionist, I wouldn't know any...
That's not illusion.
That's not illusion?
Yeah, that's not illusion. That's what you get with that. It's either not an illusion or it is masterfully done. But if it was an illusion, it would have had the cut on your eyebrow, because that's a prominent marker.
But, like, she's also not an illusionist, so...
Mm-hmm. But the fact that you did it out in a way that is also similar to your fighting style is also a weird, prominent issue.
Here's my other thought. Just thinking.
You know there are spells that can make copies of people.
Yeah.
And they exist.
And it's obviously not a perfect copy.
But then again,
like,
you were not under your own machinations yourself.
Yeah.
So if it was a perfect copy, it could easily been done in a way that the enchantments are innate.
You know what, Hank? Next time you see them, What languages do you know?
Not many. Not that studied. I know Elvish, Dwarven, Halfling, and Common.
How long is this? Would it be long enough to teach him phrase?
In 2 weeks, if he lives, maybe.
Oh damn, he could die.
You guys don't know necessarily the games. There have been games that has just killed people.
Mm.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. You know what, Hank? Next time you see this person, or thing, whatever the fuck it is, talk to her. If it doesn't react, first of all, if it's me, I'm not wearing this shit. Disgusting. First of all, what, you wouldn't pair those colors together. Second of all, I'm a lot nicer than an intense military person. So, you seem very studied.
I'd like to think so.
Do you have any books on you?
Yes.
Do you have any books on transmutation?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
You're literally a transmuter, but okay.
That's not technically correct. Like, I don't know if you're trying to psych me out or anything. Like,
I'm not. I mean, your person's the transmutation mage.
yeah.
I can tell what you do.
I don't need extra studies on that. I have like novels.
Then answer me this, Hank. If it's just what I think it is, and it's a creation of my body, that's because I'm obviously, you know what I can do. Or you have an idea. If it's me against that, and it's, a copy of me, if you will. Do you know how skilled they can be? Or do you know anybody in Uspos who could create something like that?
Well, gotta roll him a roll. Give me a second. Plus,
Because he's gonna know Uspos better than me. Because it feels like he's been there longer. And he goes more often. I'll help him if he needs help.
he's gonna need help.
Yeah, if it's Arcana, I can give him advantage.
Okay.
And then this will be the last question I ask him, and then we can do something else.
Okay, that's a 23.
Good man. So smart.
Yeah.
So glad he does not need fancy tools to be smart.
There is high-level spells that I don't know. I've heard of them and I've seen them in action, but usually archmages have this spell. And there's contingencies just in case, because these mages go into like pretty bad shit with not many like mage knights and things like that. Simulacrum and clone are two very powerful spells. Simulacrum makes a body double.
Okay.
Typically, they are on the same level as whatever like it's based off of, and can't. Basically, it's a decoy.
So it can move up, but it can't move down in level.
It can't move down, but it also cannot regain any power. Like can't regain spells.
So, if would you say a simulacrum?
That's
would that
a
be
typical
more
one.
imperfect?
They
Like,
are imperfect.
Like if I have scars, like it doesn't, for example. Because a clone sounds like it's more going to have the scars I have.
A clone would not have scars, depending on how it gestated. But if it's a clone, you would need a soul. Particularly in general terms, I might be getting this wrong. In general terms, a clone can be made of somebody else, but it will also require that person to die.
Well, I'm not dead.
That is linked to it.
I'm not dead.
So, I know. We as like people of Uspos, like higher tier archmages, like if you die, you get teleported back, but that might not be exactly true. You die 100%, your body's taken away, and you're reconstituted in a clone.
I think something like that's on me, but not right now, I don't think.
Well, the clone doesn't just die.
So you can have a clone without having my soul?
It'd effectively just be like an empty shell, like a doll, like some
Probably why I blew you
automatons.
off.
But
Probably
you
why I
spoke
blew
to
you off.
me that like you don't want you are like you were busy, like and like turned away, like you spoke. I don't understand like what's going on here. I'm seeing the evidence before me. I'm grasping at things, and I am not necessarily an expert in any regard.
Well,
This should
I'll let
hate you.
Yeah. So, I'd consider you a friend at this moment, because you've seen something and we've shared an experience. Shit ain't good, bro.
No. This ain't not. This is not kosher.
I wonder if Vanessa knows that she has one as well. I'm gonna leave you to this.
I don't like this. Like Vanessa was like, "Fucking get out of here, loser."
Yeah,
So she's a bitch like always.
She's not
Yeah,
really a bitch.
I'm gonna
She's
confirm
just,
with my team, and
Don't
we
die.
are gonna reconvene. Is
Don't
this some
die.
shit that I will be killed over?
You know what? Forget about it. Probably
I
be best.
do not have that spell.
Find someone. Someone here has got to have it.
There are
Ask
negative
one of the
mages.
15. Ask one of the 15 Fae. Someone's got to have it.
Like, but I don't want. I'll figure it out. Just since
Figure it
he
out.
like leaves and like
But
fucking
don't forget-
dissipates the stuff.
Don't
Just like
forget.
walks.
We are friends now. We've shared an experience. Don't kill me, please.
I can't make that promise now.
I won't kill you.
You can't make me that promise because you have a doppelganger.
It's not me.
I'm so confused. And like he goes off.
I
To
come
his
back
buddies.
up to the. I go back up to the party, and I'm like, I look so stressed, and I just like under my breath to like Vaughn. They've got another body of me.
Vaughn's in the middle of talking to what was her name? They started with a T.
Talaria.
Talara.
Talaria.
I'm just like in the middle of talking with her, kind of like keeping her centered, her like from keeping her focused on one point, right? And all I hear is there's another body of me. What did you say?
That's exactly what I said.
Vaughn just kind of like does a double take.
You see her just like blank staring off to the distance.
That's
Apparently, it's military trained. Interesting. So if you see me and I'm not wearing this, kill me.
I'm gonna be
Unless
honest
you
with you.
see me change.
Not entirely sure what to do with that information.
Kill the first horse you see. It's not this one.
That sounds
On-site.
drastic.
On site. Kill it.
Okay. That brings up a lot of questions. Well, that makes things difficult. Interesting. No, that's not the right word. Vaughn gives an awkward smile to Toya. Something's come up. I think I'll be back.
I don't have to interrupt your conversation.
I'll look at the lighthouse.
Yeah, no, just focus on the lighthouse, and then if from what I've seen of the very favorable winds, we will have good everything's gonna be fine.
Can you get me some cheese from below deck?
I will be glad to as soon as I'm able.
Like a bundle of carrots.
Understood.
Poor girl.
And with that, Vaughn will go to the. Yeah.
The group reconvenes.
Yeah.
Cayenne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally not drunk. What?
Are you drunk?
That's a maybe or a nah.
It depends on how readily available liquor is.
Yes, is there
Liquor is available. It's Fey liquor too, so like your companions, like Dave, you said you wanted
to try and get drunk. Moment.
Oh, I don't want to take that.
It's up to
I
you.
think she just likes to fuck with people.
Okay, so you're not drunk.
No, I just fucking with people.
Okay.
Okay. So anything that you wanted to do? Anyone you particularly wanted to talk to, or what? There's a litany of people here. There's like a whole like group of 10 of you and your like Fey folk that you traveled with.
There's Talaria, who's been hanging out with a weird elf.
Yep. Talaria was blowing chunks earlier. Calm down. Drink some tea. Talking to a like mostly like a poncho, but like no shirt underneath. Elf
Yeah, just
with
a short
tattoos.
elf with a green poncho. Basically, he has the poncho there's a bundle around his face that covers a majority of his face, so you can't really.
No, you know you got a gnome fella hanging around you.
I don't know.
Did you talk to Talaria? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, I'm just strolling on by with little flask. She just does a double take. You got a fucking gnome hanging around you.
For someone that has been from the Feywild, you don't know what a gnome is?
Oh, I know what a gnome is. I'm just fucking with him.
Yeah, that's
This shit's very
Oh.
tiny.
He is very short, yes. But very sweet. He's been helping me with my issues.
Oh, bless your heart. Hon. I know the boys ain't kind to you.
They don't make grippy things for people of my stature and build for boats. We don't like boats.
I have to say, what do y'all do for centaurs if y'all have to travel across the water?
We teleport.
That makes a whole lot of fucking sense, to be honest.
We use rifts in the Feywild. You know this. We've had these talks.
What do you expect me to use them myself? Look at me, I'm the queen of the country pumpkin patch bumpkins. Everywhere I walk, I walk it everywhere. We walk on hills, we walk on walls. My brother can walk on the ceiling once, didn't end well.
I don't think that would end well for most people.
Nah, I think he just rolled his ankle. Ma was not happy. The China, on the other hand.
I don't know how to deal with you.
A lot of people don't. Neither did my mom. Pa just threw me out in the wild and said, "Get."
Yeah, I know that our group is eclectic. But are you sure you're ready for the Crucible?
I'm just as ready as I'll ever be, hon. What? Because I'm a little boogly.
Well, you and the small one. I don't
yeah.
know if our teams will be large enough or small enough.
Oh, don't underestimate Perry. What she lacks in height, she makes up for in, well, other stuff.
I meant our number.
Oh.
They're probably going to have to. You're in a group of 9. They may not allow all 9 to join.
What's the maximum?
We don't. Some people have been saying 6. Other people have been saying others because it's been different every year.
So you're saying we might split up?
Possibly. We also don't know who's there, and some of our compatriots are more flighty than others.
Yeah, it's usually how Fae folk are.
Yeah. I don't trust that Dave guy.
Yeah, I don't think him either. At least we on the same page on that. He's too middle. You know what I mean?
Mm. As Dave walks by, I am tired. I shall go rest.
You go do that. Yeah, get your 8 hours and do your calisthenics. That's what they call that.
Yeah, so take my evening. And
Yeah.
then do push-ups.
Yeah, you go do that. Tie yourself up and do what you do best. Just takes one more look, see if maybe there's like a flicker of something off about him she can kind of see.
He does that white guy strut. Like the little fast walk.
Oh, he just speed walks.
And like, push up what?
I think it's an exercise. You know, you just. How the fuck did he get into our group anyway? Did he just slip in?
To be fair, most of our group is just slipping in. Only
Yeah,
a few of us
yeah.
have real resources.
What the fuck is he good for? I'm kind of curious.
Well, he took out that manticore.
Oh yeah. Shit.
It's just like pan.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Like the brightest smile, but also just in the background menace.
Looks like a cinnamon roll could kill you.
Looks like he takes care of his 401k. Took down a manticore alone.
Your parents from the 50s, so your grandparents from the 50s, got it.
Went downhill both ways.
Do you have anything else you want to talk with? Well, it's. I think if Perry was here, you'd have.
Yeah. You'd have people to talk to.
I guess the little one not giving you any trouble.
She wants to see my teeth, and she's laid claim onto them.
Look, all I gotta say is this: if you lose the teeth in a fight, they're automatically hers. I don't make the rules.
That is not something I agree to.
No, and you see, she kind of smiles wide. You kind of see one missing tooth from Cayenne's mouth. She just, it's like her thing, you know? People collect feathers and marbles. She just collects teeth. She makes the cutest little shit out of them, you know? Like, she points to one of her piercings. Yeah, she made this. And it looks like a tiny little bow, teeth arrow, but Cayenne fastened it into like a piercing. Yeah, she made that. Cutest little thing I've ever seen. She's harmless. Well, unless she got a tooth she's looking for. But that's not the tiny one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one next to you. You know, she just points to Vaughn.
He was walking away with, yeah.
Not one for chattering on you? Huh.
It seemed to have something to do with their teammate.
Their teammate?
Something about more than one body.
What the fuck kind of team he hanging with?
We're an eclectic bunch. These material worlders are an eclectic bunch as well.
I mean, we from the Feywild, but Jesus Christ. Or not, or the pan something. That's kind of great. That's kind of scary. Too much bodies.
Bodies, yes.
If I
There's more than one body of me. I think that was the words. I can't.
changeling? That sounds like some changeling shit.
Yeah, or doppelganger, or you know.
Yeah. I don't see a doppelganger in a hot minute.
Well, they usually stay downstairs,
Oh,
as we
yeah.
like to call it, in the undergrowth.
Yeah, but they don't really venture outside beyond there, do they?
They do. It's just it's strange for them to be like be a lot of them out here.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, they don't like to group together, do they? They just like to. There's usually one of them, but if there's multiple, then it's big trouble.
Oh, very big trouble.
Oh yeah.
The Lord of the Mirage hasn't been very active, so changelings, shouldn't be out in force.
Well, money talks. Probably get enough money to get one of them to do something.
Maybe. Not that problem.
Yeah, no problem.
But be prepared if teams do not go the way we want them to.
Well, if anything, I got me and Perry.
Well, you might not be allowed in, so you might want to get good in with some of these other teams.
Right. Especially those with no manners.
See, you say that, and then you eat with your mouth open.
I can't help it.
And then you spit.
Hey. I cover my mouth. I wipe,
Like a lady.
I like a lady. I hold my fork in one hand and the knife, and my big old knife in the other like a lady. I drink with my pinky up. Mama doesn't raise a dog.
The fuck is a dog?
A dog. One of those that.
In your case, it would be one of the blink dogs that always shoot around.
Yeah, a blink dog. Or a blink dog? A blink dog,
Oh.
Yeah, one of them. Mama didn't raise one of them.
Phase hound. Gotcha.
Ah.
We come from different stretches.
Yeah, I'm not one of those, city goats.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Can you do me like a huge favor?
Yeah, sure, what?
Actually, not a favor. I have a request. As your teammate, can you please get me food? I have blown all of it overboard.
Oh, yeah, and I'll probably get you some water, too. Because, you probably is, dehydrated.
I got a bag of that. I just need solid.
Yeah, table
The
crackers and
Ron gave her crackers.
I need, potassium.
Okay, I'll see if there's some fruit and some meat and whatever you're willing to.
Potatoes have potassium.
Alright, I'll get you a couple of them. Get you a couple of them big uns.
Okay. And you go off.
Yeah, I just.
Just in general, because you've gotten to Emerus, there is a large caravan that is actually waiting. Several fleets of airships are actually waiting for you all, as well as you see 4 different ships on this coast of equal size, offloading myriads of groups. So within those days, you all actually go faster and make your way to Emerus within 2 days rather than the 5 it would take on cart.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And that does mean that you are. I picked the wrong thing. Let me get that. Effectively here. Now, as you see, like, after you converse and things like that, with, like, all of your new knowledge, your information, you're taken by airship and delivered upon what seems to be a metropolis. A city that cascades over miles. But interestingly enough, the large tower is kind of like... It is 100% the biggest structure, spanning several dozen stories.
Shit. What?
And then building outwards, almost like the Roman Colosseum. You see a large Colosseum area. You see myriads of districts expanding outwards, underground, within the caverns and plateaus, spiraling down. As you arrive in the City of Champions. And this is where we'll end the session. Hopefully we can get Galen and Perry in here. Yeah.
Yep.
Next time.
All right, we
Yeah.
finally made it.
Yep. We're
I
fine.
am rough. I apologize.